Hey, real quick before we get started, whenever I'm just chatting with viewers, I like to put on just like whatever, like, an aquarium or puppy cam, birds, whatever. And in retrospect, that was foolish because that was content that was not my own content. I was using it so casually, I thought it'd be okay, but apparently it was not okay. So at the end of the presentation that you see here in this video, at the end of that, we were watching some sort of animal related thing, but I've had to remove it for copyright reasons, so apologies. Hey everybody, what's up? We're here, we're doing the thing, we're watching the PlayStation show. Is everybody here in a state of play? Am I quiet? Am I a little quiet? Hold on. Always gotta tweak it a little bit. Music is loud. Let me just turn that down. Let me just use my computer to turn it down. Let's do that. How's that? I feel like they've just got this like music like blasting. I feel like it's way louder than anything else I've watched today. But yes, there are many states of mind, even states of consciousness, but they say state of play is the peak of human consciousness. Aster, what's up? What would you think of a physical adapter for V1 Joy-Cons to work in handheld mode with Switch 2? I think it's like kind of an okay idea because, people want to be able to use their old stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know if I see it happening, especially if there's any new tech whatsoever. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see there being enough of a need for it. It's a little bit of an awkward solution. But I don't know. It's kind of a cool idea, though. I need to take off this big zippy jacket. Too much zips. All right. So yeah, state of play. I don't want to we're here to have fun. I don't want to go into every Sony thing just being like, Sony, I can't wait for them to announce nothing. However, I am not expecting them to announce anything that I care about. Oh, hold on. Sonny Lloyd, thank you so much for the super. Do you think Nintendo will fix the Joy-Con drift problem with Switch 2? I think it's basically guaranteed. I see no reason to believe they won't. I don't. I'm all but certain that they'll just, they've revamped all the technology. If they are my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friend. Hey Arlo, I can't consistently watch the stream due to being in a long shopping trip. Ooh, sounds fun. But I will be, especially if it's groceries, I will be in here and there. Have a great time, everyone, and I shall see whatever I end up being able to stay for this stream. Well, even if it is only little bits here and there. Happy to have you. Always happy. Hope you have a good shopping trip. Shopping is one of those things that can be fun, or it can be awful. It depends on what you're shopping for and where. It can be an absolute slog, or it can just be lovely. Sometimes if I just got nowhere to be, I think we talked about that recently. Got nowhere to be. Go to Costco or something, just spend 2 hours. It's fun. Drink water. Good name. Concord 2 hype. Yes, exactly. See now hold on. We got 4 minutes left. I can get through these. Ring of Tomato, truncated name. This is the perfect day for Arlo stream. Can I get a happy birthday? Everybody join in. Happy birthday. You don't have to type every word. Just sing it to yourself. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ring of Tomato. I see RESIS, and I don't. If I click the name, do I get the full thing? I just don't. It just doesn't tell me the whole name. Ring of tomato resist, ... Happy birthday to you. And many more. Thank you for coming. DeMario. I need my Sonic Movie 3 review, Arlo. Also, I love you, man. I'm 21 now. Saw you since I was 16. I got good news for you about that. I love you, too. Also, I am doing a Sonic... yesterday, I shot it. I am doing a Sonic 3 review. But you don't get to know what I thought about it. I need the click. I need you to click. Can't give it away now. Can't spoil it. So Sony presentation. I don't know how much I'll be able to read Supers during. But yeah, I'm not expecting much, you know, because Sony, like, canceled all their games. And so they just don't have anything this generation. Goes without saying. Also, like, the stuff they are going to announce that we know is happening is going to be, like, Wolverine or whatever, or, like, Death Strand. It's just not my thing. That's the thing. The games that they do have also just happen to be stuff I don't care about. Yeah, Bloodborne Remaster is, like, yes. More Astrobot. If they just ride this wave, yeah, like, paid DLC or something, I would love that. Some kind of Astrobot thing. I hope the free DLC wasn't the end. Give us more. Just keep sending it my way. DLB Hockey. What's your biggest Nintendo don't for the Switch 2? Oh, I don't know. That's a big question. I mean, there's a lot of things that Nintendo, like, needs to do better. Just want a better eShop, you know? Just give us a better eShop. Please. Like, really pretty, please. The Avatar. Live service equals dead studio. Yeah, pretty much. Scoob! Arlo, did you play Last of Us? I did. I played the first one. I thought it was okay. I think I might have missed the moment, you know, when it came out. By the time I got to it, it was just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It is a fine third-person shooter. It is a fine zombie story. It's fine. I don't know. Haven't played the second one. Tundra Man. Hey, Arlo, I have beaten Metroid Prime 1. Congratulations. I gotta say, it's a fun game, and I enjoyed it, so now I gotta play 2 Echoes and 3 Corruption next. I mean, yeah. Definitely. I don't know, like, if we're gonna get, ports or remasters or whatever of 2 and 3, I feel like it's gonna be soon. I feel like it's gonna be one of those, like, end-of-generation things, or, like, leading up to 4. So I'd hold off a little. I'd hold off on it a little bit. Personally. Okay, I got 30 seconds to answer these. Nobody make any more supers. Hey, Arlo, how's your TOTK review coming along? I recorded the last of the audio yesterday and sent it to Cam. I still have to shoot, like, the intro and the outro, but that's, like, last-minute stuff. But, yes, I recorded the rest of my, just main body yesterday. So it's coming along very well. Spawn Freak, what's up? Stellar Blade PC port, Astrobot PC port, God of War Trilogy Remaster. That's what I'm hoping for. Hey, those are safe bets. I think it's good to have hopes that are very reasonable. Ooh, always love starting with some Monster Hunter. It's always just a good spot in any presentation.
No idea just how big the world is.
Sooty Thunder. Think there would be more DLC for Stellar Blades plus PC release date? Yeah. I don't know much about Stellar Blade, but it all sounds reasonable to me. I kind of want to look at this, but I kind of don't. El Gododo, my good friend. Sup, Big Blue? How you been, bud? I've been pretty good. I need you to know I named my Squirtle after you in my leaf green Nuzlocke, and it has been a total menace so far. Excellent. Excellent. Hope you can ride that all the way to the end. Thank you for coming. Kilt. I like this funny blue guy. What, me? This one? This one right here? Well, thank you. There's my glaive. I've heard mixed things on what they did to the glaive. I don't know. I gotta try it myself. Glaive. Austin, do you think we'll see Kingdom Hearts today? I don't know. I pretty much just always expect no Kingdom Hearts ever. Ever, 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 ever.
Stand witness to how its
That's my
existence unfolds.
stance on Kingdom Hearts. Nothing rhymes. My cat just passed away. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I've had her for 16 years on Friday. Can I get a shout out for Gertie? 16 years. Oh, I've been there. I had a cat. Yeah, almost that long, and it's hard. It's really hard. So I wish you the best in you know, moving through this emotional stage. Sorry to hear that. Sounds like Gertie had an awesome life, though. Nice long life. Hey, Mizitsune. I know that one. Resident Evil 9? I feel like Capcom would announce that in their own thing.
モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。無料タイトルアップデート第1弾の追加モンスターとして玉三つが決定いた
It's
し
not
まし
even
た。
out. We're already on the
こ
free
の他に
update
もタイ
monsters.
トルアップデート第1弾で追加されるコンテンツはまだありますが、詳細は改めてお知らせしたいと思っております。
It really doesn't matter what presentation it is. If there's a new Monster Hunter, it's just a great slot. It's just great for the presentation. Sony's not doing a thing here.
今後の情報に
Literally nothing. This is all Capcom.
2月28日の発売まであと少し。
It is almost here.
皆様に楽しんでいただけることを心よりお待ちしております。
I want to play it, but I don't want to
以上となります。
give up my life
ステ
again.
ートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
I don't want it to be this close. Oh, it looks so good though. Ooh.
Forged to unleash vengeance. More than a weapon, it is the soul of a shinobi. No obstacle can stand in their way.
Digging that music.
Soaring where others would not dare. Striking with lethal precision.
You know, the action looks cool. I'm a little torn on the art style. It looks a little basic.
A tool,
I don't know.
each tool a part of the whole.
Like it's pleasant, but I feel like I want just like a little bit more. It looks like a first draft, you know? It looks kind of like very slight work in progress vibes. I don't know.
The legend continues.
Looks cool, though. No, action looks great, though. It looks like it feels real good to play. Oh, yeah! Here we go. See, now Sega's carrying this for them. Where's the Sony stuff? Heck yes. Is this the first, like, real look we've gotten of this? Have we, like, seen anything? I know it was announced at the Game Awards, but it was, like, so brief. Well, Mario Kart 10's got some competition. Oh, that's cool. Whoa! You can, like, warp to different stages? I like all, like, the avatar characters on the sidelines. It's a perfect use of that. Whoa, sick. Whoa! Ghost ship sea monster, you got my attention. The stream quality is really poor. I want to, like, I want to see the graphics a little more, but it's so fuzzy. Whoa! Okay, you're using the rings to, like, warp at the last second, and it's, like, on the face of the monster. That's cool. That's neato. Looks pretty cool. NGL. Why does Sonic need a car? Shush!
Break free. Become unbound from the
I heard the voice and then seeing like the colorful train. It was funny.
turn the gears of time once again.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine.
Yeah, exactly. It's a car
battle
race.
to alter
It wouldn't be fair
destiny
otherwise.
begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies, known as Digimon.
Whoa! Digimon! I have not followed Digimon for a long time. I don't even know where we're at. I don't even know like what.
Seize the future. Together.
I don't even know what the games are anymore.
The
Murder
story
mystery
of
or
a
something?
bond
Looks like a murder
that
mystery.
transcends time.
Time stranger.
大家好，我是《输入之魂》的创作者杨斌。
我的
从一名独立开发者到今天与 PlayStation 携手，这一路走来已历经10年。《输入之魂》结合了流畅爽快的战斗体验与丰富多样的世界设计，玩家将在各具风格的场景中探索，面对充满个性的敌人，同时与有趣的角色互动，逐步揭开精彩的故事。
Yeah, it's pretty good so
我
far.
非常激动地向大家展示全新的游戏预告
Monster
并
Hunter,
正式
Sonic
确认游
Racing,
戏的
Digimon.
发布日期。
Good. So that's a legit reveal right there.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world.
And we gotta
A
hunt
powerful
'em.
being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really
And
just
I'm
a
all
dream?
sweaty.
My only hope lies
Like,
with you.
got the dry mouth. Bunch of hate that.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions together.
You know, those environments are cool, but he's running through them real slow. It's like Dark Souls 1. We're just sprinting and moving in slow motion.
I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled.
Okay, so this is pretty much Shadow Generations.
Your vengeance,
It's a remake.
the blade in your hand.
Reimagined as him as a human. Yeah, he's got chaos control. He's got everything. He's got all the Shadow stuff. Blue Point Bloodborne 2, it would go so hard. That would have been nice.
But for humanity's sake,
I don't know. FromSoft, they wouldn't give a whole entire game to them.
Then give me your power.
Better than nothing, though. Lost Soul aside, here's the actual title. Oh no, that is the title. Sorry.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. We've got several
Rui G,
updates
your
today
Sony
from
hate
partners
is
around
way
the world,
overblown.
starting with
PlayStation
news
greater
from
than
the Like a
Nintendo in
Dragon
many
series.
aspects. Yeah, maybe. That might have been true once.
First up, a playable demo of Like
I
a
don't know.
Dragon
They
Pirate Yakuza
do
in
stuff.
Hawaii arrives on PS5 this Friday. Players could try out 2 battle styles, including Goro Majima's new Sea Dawn style,
They put out
as
games.
well as engage in naval battles at the Pirates Coliseum. Sega and Mint Rocket joined forces in Ichiban's Holiday, a new crossover DLC coming to Dave the Diver.
What is with Dave the
Ichiban
Diver?
Kasuga and other Like a Dragon characters team
What
up to
is
thwart a
it
gang of
about
troublemakers
Dave
in
the
classic
Diver
BMX style,
that makes
all while
everybody in the
perfecting
world
new
want to do
recipes at
crossover?
Bachel
I don't
Sushi.
get it.
Dave the Diver Ichiban's
How popular
holiday
is that game? I'm
arrives
not
this
saying it's
April
bad.
on
I just like, I
PS5
don't
and
get it. It
PS4.
never goes away. It's just like, it'll never
Splatoon
die.
2
It's just
alpha
like,
begins
apparently
February
there's a
27th on
humongous demand for Dave the Diver DLC.
Use portals and futuristic physics to dominate the arena.
get it. Like, it
and
sounded
play
like a
new
good
24
game, but
player
like,
modes
a
where
game.
3 teams compete on a
I don't-
massive map.
I don't get it. Oh yeah, Portal 3. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I'm here to give you an exclusive first look in the future of the
See, I know it's
WWE
not
2K
indie. You're acting like I'm saying it's. I'm just like, even if it's not indie, I still don't get it. It's still just like this little game.
With the island, players enter an online environment filled with WWE-themed landmarks, quests, live events, and shops with up to 50 other players at a
Did the
time.
YouTube AI summary really say Concord 2 was announced and developed by Platinum?
Giving players the chance
Oh my
to
gosh.
personalize
Oh,
their
that'd be
My
funny.
Superstars like never before. As the first of its kind for the
Wrestling.
franchise,
I was
the
just watching
island
wrestling
is
at
not
Aunt Dude's
just an
house.
addition, it's a bold step toward
Now that
the
I live
future.
here, I watch wrestling like 2
Welcome,
times a year at Aunt
ladies
Dude's
and
house.
Gentlemen, to the island.
It's fun. we have fun. He's into wrestling. I'm not. It's fun to watch, but like, he's like into it.
Sup? I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Yuck.
I'm Randy from Gearbox. You
Yuck.
know why we're here.
Boo! Here is actual
2025,
hate.
and every
I will
day
bring the
we are getting
negativity.
closer
Stop
to the
talking.
launch of
Shut your
Borderlands
mouth.
4. Let's
Ew.
go.
Nasty man. Yucky. I have no idea why he still works in the industry. No idea. There have been people who have been quote-unquote canceled and fired for so much less than that man. He's got this weird free pass. Now they're putting him in presentations? He was at the Game Awards and now he's here? Yuck. Some people just get away with it, you know? They just get away with it. They just do. They just keep on going and that's that. I mean, like, if you don't even want to dig into, like, the specifics, just, like, at the very least, rest assured that he's a Bobby Kotick. He's just a really evil executive guy. He's really nasty and evil. It's just annoying that now we get to see him more.
So badass, so much fun. I want more. We don't have to wait long now.
Anyway,
Borderlands 4
sorry.
is going to break free for its special state of play this spring.
I gotta cool
focused
down here.
exclusively
This
on
is a
Borderlands 4.
this is a positive
Dive
and
deep,
friendly
guys.
environment.
Join us.
These streams.
Borderlands 4 state of play for combat,
Just the sight of him,
hunters,
the sight-
action skills,
Listen, just-
exploration,
it
and
brings
discovery,
out the worst
everything.
in me.
You're gonna see more guns than you can even count. All on
Mrs. T,
PlayStation
more
5.
hate for Sony.
Randy,
Your
do you have
hate is
anything
too
else
low,
for us?
Sith
I think I do,
Arlo.
Randy.
Thank you.
Well, what is it? Don't hold out on me, Randy. I'll feed you, baby bird. Who
Okay.
wants a launch date for Borderlands 4?
Please stop. Please. That was the most. Oh. I need to wash my ears. Ugh. Anyway.
Look, I don't mean to be rude.
This game looks pretty
but I
cool.
really don't do small talk. Nice to meet you too.
So you want to go through more of your crazy stories?
My crazy stories. But how are we supposed to get out of here if we don't start to trust each other? I don't need your trust. Well, I kinda
Sooty
need
Thunder.
yours.
Feel the need to take a shower. Yeah, me too. Aster.
I took
So quiet,
inspiration
so
for this
peaceful.
story
Thank you.
from when
Yes,
me
it
and
was
my
a good
sister were
moment. You
younger.
know what?
Look at
Good
all
things are
this.
born
Amazing.
from bad
I based
things.
a story around my
You know?
dad.
We had a lovely little moment.
Write this silly story. Oh, we'll face it together. We got this. Yeah.
To, like, repair ourselves.
Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of devil child were you?
Hands above your head.
What now? Ah, I did not sign up for this. Brace yourself, Zoe!
This guy's games sell really well, and I don't know how much of it is just like, I mean, they're good. They're on sale a lot. I think it's a really good combination of like critical hype, good quality, really aggressive sales. YouTube is censoring. I don't agree with that sentiment, so I'm not going to read that comment. Sorry. That's just ridiculous.
Status report. Looks like it penetrated through there. We need to inspect the hull damage first.
Doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look too good either. What is that?
Absolutely no idea what you're talking about. What is this again?
My body's going one way and my mind's going another.
What is that? This ship is infected with an alien organism.
It said it was Until Dawn in the Quarry, right? So this is like a story game?
Why you started.
Lord have mercy.
Do you think Williams knows more about this substance than he's letting on? You can't take any chances with him.
It can manipulate its physical appearance. It's changing its cellular structure. It's replicating the human
Major
form.
Bedlam, that's really kind of you. Thank you. Fans since your early days, thank you for years of safe and enjoyable content. Thank you. You're amazing.
You deserve the truth.
Very sweet of you. Heller, I said, hey! Love you! Directive 8020. Looks kind of cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dark Pictures. I haven't really like played any of those, but they look cool. I always think they look cool. I like you know, story games and whatnot.
So let me explain the situation.
I think that was gameplay is the thing. they're like very like, I don't even know if you move around in those games.
Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us.
Well, these games are still going strong.
Prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injury.
They should just like stop making these guys. They should just like get rid of them, you know? Like if this kept happening to me, I'd like find a way to stop it. I don't think the benefits outweigh the danger. I think you could just have like regular robots. Personally. Or just like hire a guy to get in the suit. I don't get it. Why do you keep doing this?
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Greetings from Moon.
Just like don't anymore, you
We're
know?
the creators of the Midnight War.
Ooh, yes, this one looks good.
Created entirely in clay, where you will journey down a nightmarish highway riddled with terrors that want to devour you and your little lantern creature, Hawk Boy.
Together with your little friend, you must outsmart these terrors and bring back fire to this mad world we've handcrafted for you.
So please enjoy this short gameplay preview.
I will. This was like one of my biggest highlights from Game Awards, right?
After the end of the world, the burnt one woke from a deep slumber.
So it looks like they made the models out of clay, but then like rigged them and animated them. OBS disconnected. What? Are we still going?
You must be headed for Moon Mountain. Am I right?
Huh. Gross.
Close your eyes to make things clear.
Oh my gosh. I want to play this so bad. This looks so good. Ooh! You got to chat with the devs? That's cool. David, what are regular robots to you, Arlo? I can't remember the context. What did I say about weird, different robots?
Special
Regular
thanks to
robots, they just
Placido
have a
Lodge
certain
for that
quality to
updated
them.
look at the Midnight Walk. Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami.
It's like a Octo
In
Dad.
Darwin's Paradox, you play as Darwin, a clever octopus who finds himself dumped near a highly suspicious food processing center. Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills
That's pretty
to
cute.
escape the
Ooh.
facility and save the world from aliens.
This looks fun. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, did that say Konami? What? Making a game that looks good? What
We're
is that?
excited to reveal a brand new title from Koei Tecmo Games and Omega Force. Warriors Abyss, a roguelite spin on the Warriors franchise.
A roguelike Warriors game. That makes sense. that really makes sense.
Descend into hell. Call on powerful allies.
That's very fitting.
And experiment with tons of playstyle combinations to send the enemy hordes
16 was it billion?
A roguelite hell awaits when Warriors
Yeah, like
Abyss
it is
launches on
already
PS5 and
rather
PS4
repetitive.
later
So like,
today.
yeah, no, it's perfect.
For whom are you working? I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself!
A PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny. Capcom is enhancing the original game with HD graphics and a host of quality of
Are
life
those
features,
pre-rendered
including
backgrounds?
fine-tuned analog controls.
Can we bring back
Immerse
pre-rendered
yourself in
backgrounds,
Jube's hard-boiled
please?
journey and fight through a world
I
of
cannot even
turmoil
tell you how
alongside
much
trusty
I
allies.
love the way that looks.
Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny comes to PS4 on May 23rd.
I
and
want
will be
games to just
available
go
for
back to
pre-order
looking like
later
that.
today. Looking to 2026, let's check out a new trailer for Capcom's latest entry in the series, Onimusha: Way of the
It was
Sword.
originally a Resident Evil game? Is that true? That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, I need to watch that again, but I love it. It's like they barely remastered it, but like that's how I want it to look. I want it to look slightly more sharp, but I want it to still look like an old game. The Scientician, what's up? Konami making a game instead of just pachinko gambling machine is surprising. It is. No, they're like starting to make games again. It's weird. I don't know what to think about it. It's very Power Rangers. Yeah. I didn't realize these games were silly. Real silly. Yeah, I don't know anything about that series. Scientician. Also, just hi, Arlo. Heart. Aw. Hi to you, too. And you know what? Heart. No more samurais or space, please.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here. I'm sure of it.
Not enough space with, like, big power suits. Need more of that. So I hear this looks like it's shaping up pretty good, huh?
Hands on your inheritance.
I didn't play the original, but I feel like I'm only hearing good things about this.
Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss? She was like a mother and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake?
We are the sons of the boss. I see it.
Wow, there are even more silly villains in this game than I even realized. This is amazing. I haven't even seen most of these. And I feel like I've seen a good amount of footage of this game.
Why'd you come back?
I've watched speed
There's
runs.
nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy.
Like, I know it's always over the top. I just haven't seen those.
Do to stop us. I'm not finished yet.
They're going all out on this remake. Like, they're really taking a page out of the Resident Evil book and doing, like, the full-blown thing. Lot of effort. Meh. Now there's some crossover DLC I can get behind. Yeah, Team Asobi Ape Escape. That's what we should really be looking out for in these presentations. I mean, maybe give it a couple of years, but come on.
Sparks the wildfire of violence.
I gotta.
It dissolves our illusions and exposes the fragile structure
Snake escape.
of reality.
Snake mistakes.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in. In that moment, I felt a connection.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Where are my men?
They're gone.
Choose your next move wisely.
What happened here?
Madness and hatred and lots of it. Impossible. It's you. We must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Yeah, this one looked pretty cool. It's nice to see more on that. I don't remember. What is this one called? Yeah, weird looking game. I'm kind of fascinated. I don't know. There's some pretty cool. I wish that was longer. I do want to see more. Wings Warrior. I'm sorry you did not like me not liking Randy Pitchford. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, been waiting for this. Ooh.
How can it be winter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. You want to know the year? What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far, far too long.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
My forever friend.
Whoops,
Help me to
sorry.
hold your hand and dance.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
She was looking for someone. Legendary.
Oh, there's so much to take in. I don't even know what I'm seeing.
No one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
Whoa, you get a bow! Pleasure Island, is that like the whole thing?
I'll do whatever it takes. Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close, not even my life. I swear I won't be late.
Oh man, I'm in New Game Plus like 3. It's the same problem with Elden Ring Overture. Oh, I gotta go and watch that again later. Yes. Oh, Pixel Junks. Don't see them a lot. Fantastic. Looks good. I want to play more Lies of P. Matthew Kuchler. I watched your 1,000-Year Door reaction when I'm sad because your happiness is contagious. Oh, you're sweet.
Where do you think
I guess the pixel junk is like, we want to make a 3D game. We're gonna need a lot of pixels.
We don't know where our children will put their roots.
This is weird. This is bizarre. Strange, confusing, contemplative, philosophical. I'm interested. Dreams of Another. Is that a Dream sequel? Looks super weird. Very cool. Sharp Edge, one of my favorite devs is Arrowhead. Magica is peak slapstick, violent gameplay. Helldivers 2 is all I adore about Arrowhead. Happy for success, but I fear mainstream success corrupts Sony at Sony's day. Yeah. I don't have a horse in that race, but... But thank you for the super. Glad to have you, buddy. You're a mod. You don't have to. You don't have to donate.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news in today's show. Days Gone Remastered, the definitive version of Ben Studios' post-apocalyptic open-world epic, comes to PS5 with VRR support and PS5 Pro support.
They're really doing the Days Gone remaster. Wow. I mean, I guess there's going to be a movie or something.
Content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode.
I mean, hey, it's probably a fine game.
Features and horde assault.
Just didn't think it was high enough on the priorities list, you know?
Increased horde sizes that will provide a fresh way to experience Days Gone. And if you purchase Days Gone on PlayStation 4, you can upgrade to a digital version of Days Gone Remastered and get all the content and features for $10. Days Gone Remastered launches on PS5 April 25th.
Twilord. I skipped one Sony event and they announced the Digimon game I've been waiting half a decade for.
This June.
Congratulations.
Is partnering with Goddess of Victory Nike on a new boss battle, collectible dolls and stickers, plus a new outfit. Both the Nike DLC and the PC version of Stellar Blade launch this June. We've got some great PlayStation Plus updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February 18th.
If I skipped a super, I'm sorry, but I'm like digging through it and I'm not seeing the one that I feel like I just saw. Yeah, where was the...
Lost Records Bloom and Rage from the creators of Life is Strange.
Where's the one from Viper Breeze? It's just not showing up.
Girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
In this episodic adventure, players will join 4 high school girls living through the defining summer of their lives. What begins as a tale of friendship
there it is.
Will eventually
hey,
blend
Viper Breeze, what's up, buddy?
Dreams and the unknown into a dual timeline narrative. The first
I want to read your comment, but I'm watching the thing.
February 18th,
I don't want to talk over
the
it.
second episode arriving in April.
But your comment is important.
We're also excited to confirm 2 unique indie titles that will launch into game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion and blueprints, a genre-bending.
I think this is going to end soon.
Every door is a new decision as you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles, and exploration. Blueprints launches day 1 into game catalog this spring.
Game catalog?
Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting game from PlayStation.
Is that what Sony named their thing now?
Stranded miles beneath the surface, you and a team of scientists must craft ingenious gear and traps to outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in game catalog when it launches this summer. Now let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog. Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles from the original PlayStation: Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Orion.
Whoa, cool. Bunch of Armored Core games.
Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
Anyway, about to have a daughter. Congratulations. Seriously. That's amazing. You have a daughter. Couple weeks. Wow.
It devoured everything from
That is a
past.
big life change. Congratulations, though. That's
Only
fantastic.
I was left.
Oh, what fun. New life.
That was a fatal mistake.
It's the aura of the Grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it
No,
is
super cool, though.
enforced.
Seriously. That's great.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
To pursue one's wishes
This is weird.
is
This is
to
a lot
court one's
of
doom.
visual information. Wow, that's cool. This is like a mix of a lot of things. Trying to figure out even like what kind of game it is. Action adventure, I suppose.
Grail. Blood. This is a feast only for the king.
Matt, we got Silent Hill, we're getting Metal Gear. Please, Konami, give me some Castlevania.
This is your final warning.
Yeah, we got like 16 seasons of a show. Yeah, where's like the big, crazy new Castlevania game?
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
You know, that looks kind of cool. There's a lot to like about that trailer.
It exists no more.
It's like visually very, very stylish. Scientician! Someone needs to coin a term for this new genre we're seeing. I think that Lost Soul Aside is the same genre. Huh. I don't know.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
Just kind of like stylish action adventure. A side like.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan.
Deep down in the dank depths of Vulcan.
Core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
You know I would never want to see you hurt. But the path we walk demands the extreme.
Yeah, it really. I've seen a lot of people say Doom Overwatch. That really does seem pretty accurate. Syrian Monster Hunter 2nd open beta is open 13 through 16, but doesn't have the weapon changes from feedback of the first beta, so Glaive can't fly yet. Will you play? Yes. Well, I don't know. I haven't really been trying to get into any of the betas. I'll probably just wait till the game comes out, but I don't know.
I have these gaps inside
I do need that Glaive to feel good, you know?
10-minute window.
Can't fly yet? Really? That's the whole point.
You made it.
It's the entire point. Scientician, like kind of Final Fantasy,
Leftover hardware.
but not really. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Decommission. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story. I'll cover you. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. After what you did, we should have left you in the desert.
This is not the first time we've had a fatal error with your tech.
Yes, make it stop! Make it stop!
Every time I think it's gonna be a shooting game, it like goes back to a car driving. Maybe it's another like more story game?
I know what I have to do. This is the only way.
Finchy TV, have a good day. Arlo, you have a good day. Also, thank you.
Hello, I'm Leslie Benzies, director of Mind's Eye, Builder Rocket Boy's new action adventure set in the fictional city of Red Rock. where AI and human greed collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro.
I got a troubled past
We're now
type
proud
game.
to share some gameplay footage of the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Well, we're probably about at the end. They said 40 minutes. So what's it going to be? Death Stranding 2. Syrian, they removed the flying, but feedback told them it was essential for being fun and they should just make it more effective instead of change Glade. Why would they remove the flying? Why would they do that? No, I mean, that's...
Do what you can.
It's actually the point. For me. It's bouncing around. Like, that's what did it. That's why I fell in love with it. Huh. Because when you land that final hit, you know? You know what I mean. Weird.
I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
They're killing us with their guns. We're dying from them. We're getting shot by the guns and we're dying. They made it basically a new weapon style-wise. New weapon style-wise. Yeah, that's weird. It's a bummer. I could see that being disappointed. Mac was hoping we get an RE9 reveal. Been loving the Topic Arla vids. They are the soundtrack to my lunch break. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I would also like Resident Evil 9. I guess Capcom will probably save that for their own thing.
This world, this moment,
I imagine.
this choice.
Is that one actor? The one in all the what's his name? Mike Flanagan stuff.
Every time
he's a good actor.
The sun dies,
I like him.
Madness reigns. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
Is this not Death Stranding? I don't know, it's on a beach. And it's the end of the presentation. Saros. Huh. Well, I need more than that. I need to know vaguely what the game is about. For next year, it's not even a game. What is it? What is it?
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Saros is the ultimate evolution of the Housemarque gameplay-first experience. It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a follow-up to Returnal.
By the brilliant Rahul Kohli. Arjun is a powerful enforcer searching for answers on a hostile, shape-shifting planet haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros.
That's kind of cool.
With our first look at gameplay.
I heard Returnal was good. I did not play it
watching.
myself, but I don't know if I can get myself to. That's cool, though. Not like a sequel, but like kind of a follow-up. Oh, is that it? Are we done? All right. Yeah, it's fine. There was some stuff. There was Sonic Racing. There was Lies of P. I got Lies of P DLC, so I'm I'm perfectly happy. Perfectly happy. And here we go. Now we're doing this. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it was fine. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I feel like on average, most states of play offer me almost nothing. You know? I don't know. Like, I'll walk away just being like, okay. But there were, like, some. Like, they had Liza P DLC, Sonic Racing, more on, was it called? Midnight Walk? The stop motion one? Loot Jirian. Returnal is a must-play Arlo. Great haptic feedback like Astro 2. Love from Sweden. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. I mean, it looks good. The whole thing where, like, you have to play and runs are, like, hours long, and if you die, you start over, and I get so frustrated with that kind of thing. I'm not big on roguelikes. Doggies. So, I don't know. I think about it. It looks fun. Mostly, like, the story and stuff. We'll see. Maybe I'll get to it someday. I say that, and I mean it, but then I just think about, like, how few games I play and how little time I have to play games, and just, like, realistically, I don't know if I ever will. We'll see, though. High Voltage. No Resident Evil 9 was really hoping for it. Yeah. Maybe this summer or something, Capcom will do their own presentation. This would have been a great time. You know, you got Monster Hunter coming. This would have been good, but yeah, I don't know. I too am excited to see Resident Evil 9. It still feels too soon. I mean, Village was like 22, right? It wasn't 21. I think it was 22. So this year it'll be 3 years. It's not a long time for a mainline. I could see another, like, side game. I see, like, another remake or something, but I know we just had 4. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for Capcom to do another, like, side game. You know, you have, like, the mainline series. It's kind of like Pokemon, you know? You got, like, the mainline series. You got, like, remakes. And then Arceus kind of introduced, like, and then kind of like the side game. So, like, with Resident Evil, you have, like, the main line and the remakes. And then you have, like Revelations. I feel like they need to lean on more. Revelations is, like, especially if they're going to keep the mainline games first person. I don't know if they are. I kind of expect them to go back to third person. But, Revelations. It's still a Resident Evil game. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It can be a little more side story. Yeah, where was Ghost of Yote? Kind of thought that would be there. I thought Death Stranding would be there. I thought any of the stuff that we know is coming from Sony, I kind of thought any of it would be there. Huh. No Bloodborne. Even though they shut down the mod and the 60 FPS mod and the PlayStation, the PSX demake, they shut them all down and didn't bring the good. That's a weird looking bird. Look at that bird. There's a cool head. What kind of bird is that? Going ham on them seeds. My cats are loving this. Yeah. Bloodborne? Yeah, never existed. Not real. Yep. You were so close. Come on. Good to see you. Get it. Get it. Very cautious. Oh, man. The other day, I was looking out my window, and there were robins. It was like, it's been really cold, and the ground has been, like, totally frozen. Just, like, frozen solid for, like, weeks. And then it finally started to warm up just a little bit. And so the birds were going nuts going after the worms. The worms are coming up. And these robins, this robin I'm watching it. They're hunting around in the grass, pulls out this giant worm, humongous. And you know, like birds, they gotta like look at the thing and calculate if they can eat it. Because, you know, when you're an animal that just goes and just like swallows it down without chewing, you have to be sure that it's not too big. And that bird, it just like, it was clearly just a hair too big. It would like pick it up and like try and kind of put it back down. And eventually, a jay, Stellar's jay, I believe, swooped down and grabs it and steals it from him. The jay is smart, scares away the robin. Oh, and the robin is like defending the worm, by the way. All the other robins are like looking around. He's like chasing them off. Chases one off. Jay comes down and is like, I'm a jay. I'm smart. I'm going to fold this worm. Literally folds it up. So he can grab it all in one beakful. Flies up to the tree. I still have a good look. And he pecks it, because that's what they do. You carry it up to the tree and you peck it into pieces that you can actually, because this bird, you know, it's a corvid. It's much smarter. And so the jay gets the worm, and I'm going nuts at this point. This is drama. This is fun. This is the reason I look out the window. And the jay is eating the worm. You know what happens? The jay drops the worm. It gets distracted, drops the worm. Worm falls out of the tree. The original robin comes back. And the jay had just broken enough of the worm. Just enough. Robin, num 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 num, gobbled it up, got the worm after all, flew away. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I know, poor worm. It was the highlight of my week, I tell you. It was exciting. And everyone else was watching the Super Bowl or something. Boring. I'm watching Worms. Twilord. 2 notes for anyone curious about trying Digimon. Most entries are completely standalone. Digimon are basically 33% Chow, 33% Persona, 33% Kaiju. That's good. That's a good little breakdown. Those are all cool things. Also, I'm kind of freaking out that it seems to be doing urban fantasy and isekai in one story. I freaking love when Digimon does both of its genres. Oh, interesting. I did not consider that. I've not really followed Digimon. You know, I watched the show in 1999. I had the Digimon before it even became like the show, like the little Tamagotchis, but you could plug them in. Those were Digimon, even like years after the fact. I was like, wait, those were Digimon? I didn't even realize it. YouTube is censoring. Without Borderlands 4, this show would have been a negative D or D-. Yeah. You could argue there was a little something for everyone. You know? Borderlands for you. Liza P for me. You know, it's all right. Okay. I guess I should be talking more about the state of play. I'm on birds now. I just really like birds. I just think they're neat. They're just like really funny. They're hilarious. They're cute. Look at that bird. Look at him. A little dope. He's just upside down now. What is he even doing? They're like stop motion animals. I love them. We got some birds around here. I got to learn all the birds. My bird knowledge leaves a lot to be desired. And there are these little ones around here. You know, like sparrows and whatnot. They're common and you see them everywhere. And then there's that kind that's just like a little bit smaller. It's like the same sized head, but then the body is like half this. So it's like half head, half body. And it's just super tiny. And they defy gravity. They just like walk upside down on trees. It's amazing. They're the cutest. Sharp Edge, my good buddy, my good friend. Got to refill my bird feeder. Watch sparrow wrestling. Yeah, exactly. You know, me too. It's hard. Hummingbird feeders are awesome until, like, the stuff inside goes all gross and, like, bees climb inside and die. And you're like, I don't want to change it. I've got a really good spot where I could put one outside of a window, but it's like the window is kind of high, so I would need, like, a hook on a stick or something. I don't want to do it. No, I love feeders. I need to get some too. Bird baths. Always put a bird bath. Nothing cuter than a bird taking a bath. It's ridiculous. These birds are in the snow. This is good. Amiibo fun. I'm still just excited for Digimon. It's been 8 years. That's great. You know, heck, that's a good reveal right there, you know? Anyone who's been waiting for that, that's a legit reveal that happened in that state of play. There was stuff in that state of play. Sonic Racing. A sleepy insomniac. Hey, another one. I feel you there. Go Birds. Love. From Philly. Is that the football team in Philly? Go Birds! No. No, thanks for coming. Speaking of which, oh man, I've got a whole story. I did a sleep study the other day. I did one a few years ago, but then... Oh, you're the Eagles. That's funny. I thought that was like... It actually was a joke. And I thought I was clever. By seeing the joke that was obvious. That's good. Go Birds! Yeah. Sleep study. I did one a few years ago, but I didn't follow up. And then I had surgery, and I figured I probably needed a new sleep study because my entire, like, ability to breathe changed dramatically. The Avatar. My parrot is very jealous of these gluttons. Oh, yes, they get all the seeds they want. You can't just give parrots, like, 1,000,000 seeds. It's candy for them. But these birds are just gobbling it up. Getting a little jealous myself. I'd love to lick some sunflower seeds off a snowy stump. It's my idea of a great Tuesday at 2 a.m. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I won't do like the whole story, but it was it's an experience, you know? It's an experience. I think even though I did the sleep study once, I think I was still like the amount of like wires and stuff on you is so extreme. It's so like cartoonishly over the top how much stuff on you and like kind of like how uncomfortable it makes it. That, like, even though I did it once, I could not remember the extent. You know what I mean? Like, I was surprised all over again. Literally takes 45 minutes to put all of the wires and stuff on you. Ridiculous. But that was fun. And I actually walked. It's like a long walk, but I'm trying to get back into walking. So instead of driving, I just walked. And it was really fun. It was really good. I feel like I could talk about it for hours. I feel like maybe I will one of these days. But it was a really good experience for me. Is all I'm saying. It was just like it was very, I don't know, walking into downtown Seattle to go to a sleep study at night, and then the next morning, waking up, and it has snowed. It has snowed. It snowed while I was doing my sleep study. And so, you know, it's literally 6 in the morning. The sun hasn't even come up yet. See you later. Go walk home. The city is just transformed, covered in snow. I did not have good footwear. It was a little... There were some steep hills, a little touch and go for a while, but no, it was cool. It was a really interesting experience. Daisy, Pikmin 4 review. When, you know, Tears of the Kingdom review is coming along. Then it's Echoes of Wisdom. Then it's Pikmin 4. And as I always say, I'm going to get back to streaming Pikmin. We're going to finish Pikmin 2 and 3 and then 4. And then I'm going to do the review. So it's still going to be a while. It's still going to be a good bit, unfortunately. Sorry to say, but it will happen. The goal right now is to get those reviews out before Switch 2. Those are like the important ones we got to like, you know, catch up on. Those are the ones I want to get done before Pikmin 2. So that's our goal, at the very least. Scientician, make me stop procrastinating and do my schoolwork. See, that's hard. It's hard because I'm a guy on a screen and I'm talking and we're looking at like this is stimulation. This is, you know, it's dopamine. I think the only way to help you would be to just like stop streaming. We just end it. Just be like, Scientician needs to get back to work. Or just not talk for a while. That could help. Yeah. Sorry to hear you going through the procrastination thing, though. That's it's real. I get you. All I can tell you is the only encouragement I can give is every single time you do something that you don't want to do, you get a little stronger. That's been helping me recently. Every time you, like, especially when it comes to like motivation, getting something done, every single time you just push past that wall and you do it anyway, even though you don't want to do it, you get a little better at doing that. You stretch that muscle a little bit more, you know? It could be a small percentage sometimes. It can be frustrating, but I trust that you will do the right thing. Where was the comment? Someone said that I died during the sleep study and woke up in a snowy... That's funny. AI summary. Chat is excited about new Sony games like Sonic and Digimon. It's awesome. You know, I really like this AI chat summary thing. Having just like a wrong summary of what's going on. That's just funny. We just all it's a gift for us now. Deescraft. Arlo, please keep doing the news roundup and using that theme music. Love your work. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. That's a really good phrase. That's a good saying. That's good. I like a good saying. I don't know. A good, I don't know. Whatever. You can sum up a good idea, a big idea in one nice little, just concise chunk. I like it. Ooh, new birds. New birds drop. Also, yes, I'd like to keep doing the roundup. Whenever there's like lots of little stuff to talk about. The music's great, isn't it? Yeah, no, Northman, he did a great job. It's good stuff. Kane was happy to... We have a bunch of music too. You didn't even hear it all. So like there's like a whole bunch of great music we're gonna be using. Hold on, I gotta scoot my heater a little further away. It is a lot of direct heat. And I got a lot of fur. Look at that fuzzy-headed little bird. Did you miss the stream? No. Streaming right now. I mean, you missed the first thing we did. It wasn't really interesting. It was fine. This, though. Birds. Look at that bird. Look how poofy that bird is. Birds get poofy. They just, that's one of their things. Like, how can you not love that? What a weird pattern. Come down and like wrap under the beak. That's a black cap? That's a good name for it. It's like a rock, but it's wobbling. We need more seeds. Small beak on this fella. A bullfinch. People in chat know their birds. This is good. Bullfinch. No, I didn't play the bird skateboard game. I heard it wasn't very good. I'm also just like not like, I don't know. I played Tony Hawk when it was like the thing, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm like into skateboarding games. It was a good part of my teenage years, but Art, what is up, my friend? Hey, Arlo, have you watched Death Battle of Bowser vs. Eggman? If not, I would love to see you react to it. There's no swear or gore, so it's chill. The animation is amazing. I have not. I don't know if I'm interested, but I will think about it. Perhaps. Sorry, the look that bird just gave. That was good. Thanks for coming, though, Art. Thanks for coming, Art. I love you. Courage. Video games, whatever. Favorite kind of bird? Oh, no, don't ask me for my favorite kind of bird. There's so many funny birds who get poofy or just do stupid things, you know? Penguins are amazing. They're so funny. They're so cute. No, I'm not a Kojima Andy, but I do get the reference, so... Conures are great, you know. Just give me a good old-fashioned parrot. They're all really cute. For a bit, I had a green cheek. Inquisitive Mind. Switch 1 Direct. Poke Day. Switch 2 Direct. Release. I hope we get a Direct this month. I really do. I mean, today's Wednesday. I feel like if we were gonna get one... this month, it probably would have been this week, and it probably would have been, like, today. But, you know, Sony maybe just beat them to it. You know, maybe Nintendo's like, oh, nuts. We got to reschedule. Had my first therapy session. I also see this oncoming train about to derail into mental health chat. You're trying to get it going. I see you. I'm trying not to. No, that's great. That's great, buddy. First therapy session. That's something that I have failed at. I will completely admit. I encourage everybody to do therapy if possible. And I did not do that. It's really hard to get a therapist, and I like almost got one. I was on a list for like months, and I finally got through to one, but then it wasn't ideal, and then I moved, and so yeah, I have not done well at that. I think I'm okay though. I think at this point, I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of my own therapist. I don't know. Maybe that's a wrong thing to say, because it's like, oh great, so you mean you're just not going to help yourself? But I guess I feel I don't know, just in a more stable place, and if I do see, you know, therapy as a very important resource that's kind of hard to get, I guess I would prefer someone else takes the slot. But no, I very much get therapy. It's a resource probably everybody could use. That's the funny thing about it. It's like, if only there were enough and it was like affordable enough for just like, I feel like every person on this planet could probably benefit from just having a person that they just, who's not their friend or anything, who knows a lot about psychology, just talk to about stuff, you know? I feel like that'd be cool. Gyakko. What do you think about Zavok being in the new Sonic racing game? I think he's a great specimen, and he should be a guest star on your channel. You know, I'm not incredibly familiar, I'm afraid. I do not have a lot of experience with the media involving that character. But what I think about it is thumbs up. Absolutely. That's a good poofy bird right there. That was some prime poof. Ooh, new birds. Back to this one. And the birds are ready. When does it start? Any second now, don't worry. Don't tell them. I don't even know how long I'm doing this. We're just hanging out now. It's, you know, I've been jonesing for a stream. Oh no, I charged my phone to 100%. I'm not supposed to charge it past 80 or allow it to dip below 20 if I want to extend its battery life. I had to replace my phone because I had a Pixel 4a and you can't change the battery, and the battery went bad, all the way bad. And now I'm like scared. I'm like using the wrong charger and letting it die all the way or charge up all the way. I'm like, no. I didn't like having to replace it because you can't open it easily. Everyone's like, yeah, you can open it, but like you'll probably break the screen. You know, the funny thing though, they made me get a new phone because I couldn't replace it because they designed it so that you can't easily open it. You know what I got? I got another Pixel 4a because I learned that apparently that no one makes small phones anymore. It's just like not a thing anymore. Nobody just, like, you know, we go through phases. Right now it's about big phones. So like nobody. There's like, yeah, there's like one maybe Galaxy model or something. But see, the thing is, this phone was like half the price that I paid originally for it. It was like $150. So I'm like, it's gonna get the same thing. It's just so easy, you know. Even if it only lasts me 3-4 years, like the last one, I don't know, $150 for a phone. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Could probably write it off on my taxes. Did I put that on my taxes? Uh-oh. Well, we'll see. Don't remember. It was really cold today. I think this might be like the last really cold day. It's probably going to start warming up, but boy, it was cold this morning. In California, like the coldest it got was like freezing, and it would like stop there. You know, like, and if it snowed, that was a rare thing. Once or twice a year, you get a little bit and maybe it would stick. And this time, this is the coldest winter I have ever gone through. This morning, like, it's like 26, feels like 22. Like, that's new for me. And I'm lucky I don't have to go out in it too much. I mean, I'm still trying to. I've been trying to go for walks even though it's cold, but you know, I don't want to spend a long time out there. Oh yeah, summer in Australia, nice. What are we doing here? Watching birds? Are we done discussing state of play? I mean, I'm not like strictly done. I probably could do a better job of talking about it, of like going back and watching parts of it again, caring about it, you know, like there was stuff in there to care about, but ooh, look how many seeds they got. That bird had like 3 seeds in his mouth. I love when they're like, should I carry it? Oh, not an ad. Come on. Because I'm not logged in. Kitties. I'll take kitty commercial. We watched No, it was puppies last time, wasn't it? Yeah, you see the bird like actively trying to decide, okay, am I carrying or am I swallowing? Am I going to eat like one? Am I going to carry? Like, how much am I eating now and how much am I carrying back to my nest or whatever? You know, speaking of birds, you know, it's me at the sample table. There's a cute little finch, I think. There's a bird box. There's a Sandra Bullock bird box right outside my window. Birdhouse. And ooh. Nope, they're good. And it's warming up, and that means the birds are gonna come looking to make babies. And man, I can't take down the box. I can't not have the birds in it. But boy, they make it hard to record. Those birds are loud. Every time they come back with a worm or a bug and the babies start screaming. Every time the jays come around looking to eat some babies, the parents go all crazy. I mean, it's exciting, but it's, yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Bird noise. It's quiet right now. Pokey, Birdwatch with Arlo. Here for this. I need more. Well, I got news for you. We are doing this. This is reality. This is your reality right now. The past and the future do not exist. Right now we're watching birds. But yeah, the baby birds, man, and they're so stupid too. One reason I love birds is how stupid they are. They're just so dumb. It's funny, but it's annoying. You know what we did? So that bird box out there, the babies kept falling out. So like one of the babies, we found it on the ground. Okay, it happens. They fall out of the nest or whatever. We get a ladder and we put the bird back in the nest. And then later, we see the baby bird is like hanging out of the nest. Like its little head is hanging out. I literally caught this bird with my hands. I'm not kidding. While someone else was going to get the ladder, I literally caught it in my hands. These darn stupid birds. So we have to investigate. We open the box. And you know, like, you see a bird preparing their nest for mating season, and they're just bringing in material. That's what they do. They bring in material. Apparently, at least these birds will bring in material to prepare the nest even when they have no need for material. They will just keep bringing the material. You know what these birds did? They packed that box so full of material, there was no room left for babies. The babies were occupying a teeny tiny little cavity right at the door, right at the hole. And it was so packed in there, feathers and like hair and lint and stuff. We're literally pulling out entire handfuls, and they're like poofing up to the size of the whole entire bird box. And we're just pulling out more and more and more and more. It was enough bedding for like 10 nests. Easy. 10 nests would be very warm and snug with all of that stuff. We pulled out so much, and we still left like a bunch. So the babies stopped falling out at that. Like, don't bring in more, you stupid birds. Don't bring in more. And you know what? I've seen them bringing in more. I've seen them. Whenever I see the birds looking around, you can see that they're like scoping out the box. Nobody's claimed it yet. It's still too cold. But like on a warm day, the birds are going around. They're scoping out that box. and they're holding nesting material, and I'm like, no, no. I don't want to catch any more baby birds. Yeah, hoarder birds, exactly. The Avatar. Parrots and corvids got the brains and won't share. Oh, yeah, they're mean. They're so... Well, corvids mainly. Parrots are pretty sweet. But yeah, they got the brains, and they don't share with the other birds. The other birds don't got... Look at that eye. You think there's a big brain behind that eye? The stupid look on their face? No. But you know what? I love them. Dumb birds. They're so dumb. When I was in California, one of the houses I was at was like doves. What? It was Barbary doves. Doves are like mourning doves. Are like I've probably told this story before, but like mourning doves are the ones that go like hoo woo hoo hoo hoo. You know, they've got them in Japan. You always hear them in like really nice, relaxing like anime and games. You know, you're playing Nintendogs and you hear that in the background. They're lovely. They're so cute. And you know, they were around town, like they existed in town, but around my house we had Barbary doves. Which are like, I mean, you know, they're not quite pigeons. They're still like smaller-ish, like doves. But they didn't go, hoo-woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. They went, hoo-woo, hoo, hoo-woo, hoo, hoo-woo, hoo, hoo-woo. Just over and over and over again. Super annoying. And they were really dumb, and their babies were always falling out of the nest. We always had to rescue these darn baby doves from the jays who wanted to eat them. I cannot be your babysitter. I cannot. I have my own life. I can't be, whoa, that was cool. I can't be rescuing your babies for you. It's not my responsibility. And then like birds, they just like, they didn't evolve the ability to pick a baby up and bring it back to the nest. They're just like, we just couldn't afford that. Our stat points, we just didn't have enough. We know how to take care of a baby in the nest, but when it falls out, that's it. They'll like, I've heard that sometimes they'll like, just raise a baby on the ground. Like, as long as nothing comes and eats it, they'll just raise the baby on the ground. But otherwise, just like, nope, sorry. We're just going to sit here and do nothing because we don't, I don't know, I don't got fingers. I can't carry a baby bird. I'm not a bird made for carrying, you know? I mean, that's it. You can't always make more babies. That's the thing about that kind of species. It's strength in numbers. You know, I make a lot of babies. The well-being of the individual baby is not that important, which is sad, but 'tis the way of it. That's the way that species survived to be what it is today. Nature is indeed cruel. Hey, what's up, Jay? I love you. Thank you for watching me for 6 years. It's very kind of you. Big Bird can't fly. No. Big Bird cannot fly. Big Bird is a flightless bird. I don't think we know what kind. Oscar calls him a canary. I don't think he is, though. Has anyone here ever seen Follow That Bird? That's the Big Bird movie. I love it. I genuinely love that movie. You know, I watched it a lot as a kid. And it's another one of those movies where I go back. I mean, all of the Muppets, all of everything, Sesame Street and everything was like that. You know, I go back thinking, oh, this is for nostalgia. And then I'm like, no, I still like this. This is great. Follow that bird. It's a fun movie. And you know what? It's a good lesson. I love it. Big Bird, he doesn't like officially have parents or a family. So like the antagonist is this lady who wants to place him like in an official adoption home with birds. And the whole thing is like, you need to be with birds. You need to like be with your own people, but like they're not his family, you know? The people on the street are his family. It's good stuff. And she's well-meaning, you know? That's what I love about it. She's the bad guy, but she's not a bad guy. She's trying to do its best. Big Bird does indeed canonically have a bunch of cousins. And I think that is cool. Because usually when you do a production, because, you know, like every Sesame Street production in every country is going to be tuned to that country. They make changes to the cast. And everything, literally everything about it, you know, like it might not even take place on a street. Like it's just like whatever. It's whatever that suited to that environment culturally. But Big Bird, all of the Big Bird characters are like, yeah, canonically Big Bird's cousins. Which is really cute. Because then you can like visit, you know, like they exist in the same universe. Granny Bird, you know what? That is funny. The Big Bird movie is all about how Big Bird doesn't have a family. And then you read the books. I like read the books to my nephews. And it's like, oh, he's got a grandma. She's right there. He doesn't even live with her. He's got her. Yeah, Granny Bird is absolutely a thing. I think she's even been on the show. It's almost as if there is no canon. There is no consistent canon. That's not real. You don't think? You don't think that could be true, do you? I do know the story of the you know what? We're talking about Big Bird. Why not? Has everyone who is? There's probably some people who haven't heard that story. Yeah, the Big Bird, Carol Spinney. I met him once. It's wonderful. The pleasure of shaking his hand briefly. He was going to go on a space ship. He was, they were inviting, you know, civilians or whatever, important people, to just go on like a space flight. To just be on a like, just, I don't know, it was like a publicity thing or just something. Like they wanted to like take someone cool to space. And Carol Spinney was going to go. And then he like couldn't at like the last minute. And, I can't remember why, maybe even like scheduling, maybe he needed to like shoot something, which would be really sad because it's like, come on, like let me go on the spaceship. But he couldn't go at the last minute. They replaced him with like a teacher or something. And that was the Challenger. It exploded. It was a infamous disaster in NASA history. Big Bird was almost on the Challenger. Like, I mean, terrifying. Terrifying. Crazy. Wes, love your stuff, Arlo. Thank you. Have you seen Being Elmo, a puppeteer's story documentary about Kevin Clash? You know, I have. Obviously the whole entire story is kind of muddied and uncomfortable now because of what happened later. But I did very, very, very much enjoy that documentary. I watched it many times. There's not enough. Well, okay, there's not enough, but there also can never be enough behind the scenes Muppet stuff, especially from back then, the golden years of Muppets. The Jim Henson era, I'm fascinated by all of it. So no, I loved that movie. Jacob, how much money do we need to give you to talk more about and make a ton of videos about Muppet stuff? You know, I've been wanting to. It's always on the cards. In fact, on my list of Topic Arlo stuff is Sesame Street stuff, because right now they're having a hard time getting funding and they're kind of in trouble. and they don't really know what to do with the show. So like I might make a topic Arlo about that. It's always like something that I want to do. And hopefully I can do it. Did I see the Night Rain stuff? I didn't see any new stuff, but I did get into the network test that's this weekend, so I'm excited about that. I might they said it's okay to like stream it, so I might stream it. That'd be cool. Which Muppet performers have you met? I met Dave, Steve, Luis, and many more at the weekend. I have met Dave. I've not met Steve. I've not met Luis. Okay, well, yeah, the story. Someone else was asking where I would have met Carol Spinney. At the Jim Henson lot in Hollywood, which they're moving away from now. They like sold it to like John Mayer or something. I don't remember who. I can't remember. Some musical artist, but they had a couple events, kind of honoring a few different performers, like just like a party, basically like a big party and a big show, but like people could get in. If you like donated a certain amount to the Puppeteers of America or whatever, Puppetry Center. And so they did one for Dave Goelz and they did one for Carol Spinney. Both were just some of the most magical nights of my entire life. Just unreal. I'm literally at a party and these like my idols, like these, I love the Muppets, and these performers are just walking around. You just walk up to them and talk to them. And the shows they put on, you know, there's probably like no video of it, but they did like unique shows with unique content for each person. And like you had Jack McBrayer. I met Jack McBrayer because he was there and he was in the show, and he's like playing young Carol Spinney in a sketch that existed only on this one night. And like, it was just insane. It was crazy. And so, yeah, one was for Dave Goelz. One was for Carol Spinney. Carol was really, you know, he was really sick near the end of his life, and this was very close to the end, and so I was really, really, really lucky, and kind of only because I had struck up a conversation with his kind of like, I don't know, caretaker kind of guy, the guy who's like, you know, moving him around, and he was just like, Carol's really tired, so on his way out, if you want to just come and shake his hand or something, you know, make it brief, and I did. I just went up and just. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I shook. Okay, it's like it's a quick thing, you know, super quick. Because I do want to respect him. He's you know, he's like an 80-year-old guy. He's sick. He's in a wheelchair. He's tired. It's late at night, so like obviously he's just like half asleep. And so I go up really quickly. I put on my hand, and he grabs my hand. So just kind of like a quick little handshake, and I just say something like, just thank you so much for your work. You know, just, I mean, like, he's Big Bird. I grew up watching Sesame Street, obviously, you know, especially back in like the 90s or whatever. Like that was like the thing. You know, now there's a million different things to watch, and it's all dominated by your superheroes and whatnot. But like, no, at the time, like, it was Sesame Street. Everybody watched Sesame Street. So like, yeah, Big Bird was the thing. I wasn't even like into Elmo. Like for me, it was Big Bird. So like this guy, he represented just so much. And so yeah, I just said like, thank you for your work. You know, I couldn't possibly communicate to him how much it actually meant to me and how amazing it actually was to meet Big Bird in real life. But then, so like, yeah, it's a quick exchange, and I disconnect. You know, like I'm not gonna hang around. I'm not even gonna wait for him to like respond or anything. But like I'm holding his hand, and I like move away, and he like holds my hand. He doesn't say anything, but he just keeps holding on to it for just like an extra moment longer than he needed to, you know, like it felt to me kind of like a gesture. It felt like he didn't want this moment to be so quick. He could see that I was like giving him I was making it fast, but it felt like a really nice little, just a gesture of like, I see you, I get you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was like, it felt appreciative. He just held onto my hand just to like, as I'm like moving away, just like a little bit longer than he needed to. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was just in shambles. I was in shambles. It was hard. I'm like, okay, I'm still at a place surrounded by people. I can't just shake Carol Spinney's hand and just break down crying. But like the days after, I can barely tell the story. Can barely even tell the story. Cannot even keep it together. Oh, man. What's a squirrel doing here? That squirrel out of here. I mean, I love squirrels, but this is bird time. Get out. It's not your food. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes meeting your heroes is not bad. Carol Spinney was a genuinely amazing guy. And especially like at that event and hearing everybody's stories about him and hearing everybody just go on and on about how amazing, just like he was a legitimately amazing guy. Like just, I'm so glad I got to meet him. And, so yeah, that event, there was the Carol Spinney one and there was the Dave Goelz one. So between those two, I met Carol Spinney. I met Dave Goelz. I've met him a couple times. He's my favorite, by the way. Dave Goelz is my #1 favorite Muppet performer ever. He's just all of my favorite characters. He's Gonzo. He's Boober. He's just the best. His sense of character and just like comedy. Oh, I could go on. I met Brian Henson. Met all the Hensons. I met all the Henson kids. Brian, Heather, Lisa. I sat like really close to Lisa. Lisa Henson was like at the next table over. During the show, she like asked me for the spare earplugs that were the spare earplugs that were on the table. Like, whoa, Lisa Henson asked me for earplugs. And yeah, Heather and Cheryl were there. I should make a video on Dave Goelz or Gonzo. I could gush about that guy. And so yeah, all the Henson kids. Brian Henson was great. Bill Beretta, I flagged him. He was like walking by, and I was just like, "Oh, Bill, please meet me." And I took a picture with him. Eric Jacobson. Was David Rudman there? I don't think he was. Karen Prell. I met Karen Prell. She was there. She was kind of sick, and she was kind of like, like she showed up, but she clearly like she wasn't around for like a lot, so I could tell. So I was just kind of like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm a really big fan of your work. Bye." But no, she was great though. I mean, she was literally like, she had like a cold or something, and she was just like, "I'm really sorry." I'm like, she's making an appearance. Who else did I meet? I met so many. And then Matt Vogel. He's another big I love his Matt Vogel. He might even be the most technically skilled Muppet performer. So I was really, really happy to meet him because he's yeah, just, I mean, like everything about it. He's funny too, but like his technical skill, what he does with Uncle Deadly and the mouth movement. I did not know you could achieve articulation in the mouth like that. Incredible. No, I didn't meet Frank Oz. He's kind of at the top of my list now. One of the OGs. I would love to meet him someday. Exactly. No, Matt's Deadly is incredible. And I love how he took an old character and just breathed new life into him. Uncle Deadly was always just kind of a bit character. He wasn't even like a real character. Turned him in just by just sheer personality and incredible performance. He made Deadly a character. That might be all the performers I met. However, there were also celebrity guests at these shows. Again, just walking around a party. Huh, Seth Green's over there. Maybe I'll say hi. No, like after the Carol Spinney show, I just walk up to Seth Green. Hey, Seth, I think you're cool. Like, can I grab a picture? And he's like super cool. And he's like, yeah. And then like we even like have a little moment where he's like, man, we saw Big Bird. Like Matt Vogel brought Big Bird out on the stage. I've never seen Big Bird in person before. It was amazing. So like we both had like a moment. Like me and Seth Green had a little moment about how we got to see Big Bird in person. It was crazy. Yeah, and then yeah, Jack McBrayer, he was there and he was in the show, so I got to meet him before the show. Tom Bergeron, I don't know how many of you remember Tom Bergeron. He hosted America's Funniest Home Videos for a time. He was just kind of like a TV personality in like the 2000s. He wasn't even in the show. He was just there. Like he was just there as a Seth Green was too. They were just guests. So yeah, I met Tom Bergeron of all people. What Muppet stuff would you recommend watching for someone who's barely seen any of it? Oh, I don't even know, man. I think a lot of people would say the original Muppet Show, but I am of the surprising minority of people who feels like it has not aged. There's a lot of like really important, like just like seminal classic Muppet bits in there, but there's also a lot of like really not funny stuff. Maybe just the movies. Just watch the original Muppet movie. I don't know if that doesn't do it for you. Or even like, you know, if you want to go straight to the top, just watch Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really any of like the classic Henson stuff, you know, 80s, 90s stuff. This is fun. Talking about Muppets and birds. The Avatar. I saw the Challenger explode on live TV in 3rd grade. My brain is stuck contemplating what would have happened if Big Bird had been on that thing. That's crazy. I could not imagine. How terrifying. Everybody's watching it. It's a big thing. Thing just blows up. Oh my gosh. Terrifying. Yeah. Big Bird was almost done. Can you imagine? You know, funny story about, okay, it's a weird sentence to say, following what I just said. Sort of funny story about Big Bird dying. Okay, see, again, that's a weird thing to say. Bear with me. These aren't cats. The final Arlo-Palooza, or, you know, the last one we had, not saying that we're never, ran longer than you meant to on the treadmill because you got distracted by my stream. My legs are dead. That's funny. You're welcome. Push yourself. Arlo-Palooza was 2019, and it was at SAC Gamers Expo. It was at, like, I had Arlo-Palooza within a con, and it was really cool. And they let me like use one of the big rooms, and it was super fun. But that morning is when Carol Spinney died. And Kane told me, Kane texts me or he messages me and mentions how, so, okay, so it's the morning, we're setting up, I'm about to have Arlo-Palooza, and you just told me that Big Bird died. What are you talking about? I've been sewing a puppet throughout this stream. That's cool. That's awesome. So yeah, had a little moment on the morning of the 2019 Arlo-Palooza. Kane just had to tell me Big Bird died. Favorite Boards of Canada album? I really just, I don't even put on Boards of Canada. Google just auto-plays it. You know, like it just comes up. Every time, every time I finish, like a song finishes, it will just autoplay like whatever it thinks I want, and it's just always Aphex Twin or Boards of Canada, like every single time. So yeah, I don't even have like one that I like. It's all good. Buy viddies, gaming videos. Love you. Trying to think who else I met at those events. Kirk Thatcher, he's worked with the Muppets for a long time. He co-wrote Muppet Treasure Island, so got to meet him. He's cool. Oh, I met a bunch of Sesame Street people. Did I meet Bob McGrath? I can't remember. But I did meet Alan. I don't remember his last name, but his real name is actually Alan. Met him. I met, what's his name? Oh my gosh, my mind is blanking on the name of the character. I can't remember his name. one of like the original like human cast members. Did I meet Maria? I can't remember. It was a good time though. It was incredible. Just like it was nuts meeting all these people. Some of my heroes. Cam the Can. All this talk about meeting cool guys makes me hope that someday I can meet you. Love your work. Love to hear more behind the scenes on production sometime. You know, maybe I will. Maybe I will sometime. I would love to meet you too. I want to do more cons. Unfortunately, now I'm close enough to like 2 cons. I'm like, when am I gonna? Now I can practically walk or bus to PAX, and it's only a few hours down to Portland to PRGE. So I'm like, maybe I just stick with those. But no, I would love to go to actually travel to a con again. It's been a long time. People asking about the birds. It's just, I think I just typed birds in. And so videos for cats. There's a million different just like live streams and, you know, cats and puppies and birds. Just like whatever. Just like whatever. Didn't I turn this off already? They had a bunch of cool Dark Crystal stuff, too. And, like, the Jim Henson... They had, like, relics all over the place. They did, like, a little tour. So I got to see, like, all sorts of really cool Henson Company stuff. Ooh, I even got to take a picture with Boober! It was amazing. They had a little, like, Boober set up. So you could, like, go and take a little picture. It was so good. No, it was... Wait, yes. Or was it Uncle Matt? There was one with Uncle Matt. Was there Boober and Uncle Matt? How could I not remember? Your Uncle Traveling Matt. I have seen Puppet Up at these shows. They did some Puppet Up. Like, they got their Puppet Up performers. And, like, did some improv. And it was really funny. So I got to see it live. Kevin Clash was there too. I didn't meet him. He wasn't really talking to anyone at the time. But he was there. I saw him perform live. I know what guy you're talking about. The guy who used to work at Lego making Bionicles. Yes. It's one of my favorite things. You know me. What do I like? Little plant guys. Little just like plant creatures. And yeah, this guy, he does this photography. He makes these little people out of like acorns and sticks, and he poses the. Oh, I love it. I'm in love with it. Who is Boober? Boober is one of the main characters in Fraggle Rock. And he's probably my favorite fictional character. Like, period. I love him. Do you think the Muppets ever had a Topic Arlo Kirby Air Ride style crisis about how much time has been spent watching? I doubt it. They probably haven't thought about that. Maybe Fozzie. Fozzie would worry about that. You'd tell it to him, and he would just, like, think about it all day. Muppets or Pikmin, you shut your mouth. I refuse to even entertain the idea of choosing. Adulthood is becoming boober. Yeah, exactly. But I could talk about the Muppets all day. Favorite background Muppet? That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to hunt through decades of background characters. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a special category on the Muppet Wiki of just like characters who have never spoken. Purely background. Inquisitive Mind, you think we'll get another Smash someday? Mouse controls. Yeah. Playing Smash with mouse controls? That'd be cool. I'm sure we'll get another one. It's hard for me to believe the Switch 2 won't have one, but if Sakurai's not making it, then I just don't know what they're going to do with it. But no, we'll get another one. Of course we will. You can't sell like 20 million copies and not get a sequel, you know? Mouse controls, that's funny. You know who I didn't meet at those Muppet things, and I was bummed, was Bobby Moynihan. He works or worked on SNL, and I think he's really funny. Mainly from seeing him in Comedy Bang Bang. Cracks me up. And I wanted to tell him that, and he was in the show. He like hosted, and he went on to do like Muppets at the Hollywood Bowl, which I really, really regret not going to. I thought they would like tour it or record it or something. Another just like unique performance they did like once and never. They did like one in the UK and one in Hollywood, and that's it. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You wrote all this material, and it's like real good, like classic humor stuff. Anyway, he was a part of that, but yeah, he was there, and I didn't get to meet. I just forgot. I didn't get to just casually walk up to comedian Bobby Moynihan. So that was a bummer. You know what I got? This is annoying. I got a drum pad. I got a drum practice pad, and I promise I'm not gonna sit here knocking on it. But I don't know. I just like literally one day, I just like, I'm not even kidding. I was at a park, and I picked up some sticks, and I like messing with stuff. I'm just like tossing it around, Whoa, big bird. Monster bird there, tossing it up in the air, and I was just like, and I was like listening to music on my earbuds, and I was like drumming with the music, and I was just like, I want to play the drums. I don't know. I just want to play the drums. I've always really liked drumming. I've liked the idea, but I've never like owned a set. And yeah, I don't know. I drove to Guitar Center, which was really hard to walk out of there only with a drum pad. I'll tell you that much. It was incredible. Oh, they had this synthesizer. Oh, it was so cool. I don't remember. I don't can't remember the name. Was it a roll? No. A something XD. And it had the little visualizer so you can see like the waveform. Ooh, I want it bad. Them sounds were juicy, man. $500. I don't have $500 to spend on the I got other synthesizers. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, and they had the big electronic drum kits, and they're all hooked up to the amps, and you can play them, and oh, I was dying. I'm like, $3,800, eh? Let me see how much I've got in my wallet. Nope, not $3,800. But I got the drum pad. And I've been having a blast. I don't know what it is. Something just clicked in my head. I've always drummed on stuff. You know, I've always like, blah, 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 just I love the idea. But, yeah, I don't know. Got this. Just, so yeah, been doing that. It's kind of my thing right now. I'm seeing some recommendations for sets. You know, I have my eye on the Roland TD-17. It seems to be kind of a middle ground. I'm still not sure if I want to spend that much money on it, but there's a couple of used sets around here. I'm kind of, actually, truth be told, I'm waiting to see if a guy gets back to me. He has not messaged me. You know, I don't know how to find it, but I did post a drumming-related video. I think I posted it on Twitter probably a few years ago. It's out there somewhere. I don't know if you saw it. But yeah. It's just fun. I don't know. And it's almost like I've been doing it more seriously than I've ever done before, and I feel like that alone has kind of like improved my skill. I'm not good, but like just going along with the beat and like it's, oh yeah, like you're matching the beat. Like that's new for me. I don't know. Do a paradiddle? That's a paradiddle, right? Something like that. It's just I've never focused on it. And so now, like, yes, it is therapeutic. It is. Man, ooh, it's good. You know, I've been really working on, like, mental exercises, trying really hard to break this whole thing where, you, like, your brain tortures you all the time. I'm just not into that anymore. Just not into it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the brain always just bringing up things I don't want to be thinking about and like going over all of my anxieties. And I just don't want to do that anymore. So I've been working really hard on just kind of like coming up with like exercises and stuff to kind of just keep me in the moment. And man, drumming is nice. Drumming is really good. It's something nice to focus on. Paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. Drumming on the steering wheel? Yes. I do that. See, I just bring the sticks now. I just like, why don't I just get some sticks? I had these in my Rock Band sticks from back then. 60 years ago. They're real sticks. They're the same thing. They just have a Rock Band label on them. But like, nah. Well, that's great. Radamacue. I know a few drum rudiments. I learned them from my friend. No. It's fun. It's really, really fun. And I really want to set. Even though it's like I've only been... I mean, use the practice pad for like, I don't know, a little bit of time, right? Like a little. Before spending money on a full set. I don't know. No, it really is weird. It's really bizarre. Really just something just kind of clicked in my head. Maybe it won't even last, you know? Maybe I really do need to hold off on buying a set for a while. Just see how long it sticks. But boy, it really just literally one day. Just kind of hit me. Just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna play some drums. Thank you, Petrus. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing too that I've never like really done that much before? Is just drumming along to music. Cause like I'll just like mess around on stuff. But I'm like literally like as an activity, putting on music and just listening and just drumming on my pad. And like following along, you know, trying to sometimes you know, trying to like imitate a little thing, or if it's like really fast, just keeping up, just keeping on the beat, because that's not something I've been very good at. And that's really fun because I feel like it's also really, I don't want to start going into mental health too much, derail this again. But I don't know. It's kind of like again, it's a brain exercise. It's kind of like I'm recognizing how many things I have previously kept from myself because of ADHD that kind of like convinces you that you're too bored to continue. So you only do things in tiny little bursts. You know what I mean? It's another one of those things where I look back at my life and I'm like, why did I never do this? Oh, it's because I would do it for a second and get bored and like do something else. You know what I mean? So I would just never go past like that early phase. So part of this has been like a definite brain activity of like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to keep this rhythm up the whole song. I'm not going to just get bored and stop drumming when it stops being like stimulating, you know, when I stop getting that like perfect dopamine and it becomes work. I just like, no, I just like drum through the whole song. Cause like, that's what you do if you're a drummer. Did you know that drummers often have to like keep drumming for the entire song? It's a thing. It's real. And so like, yeah, it's been a really big exercise for me just sitting there and just doing it. Even if it's like one simple thing on a loop, and I'll just sit there doing it for 3 or 4 minutes. And that's been really good. Just mental exercise, really, I don't know, meditative, you know? So it's a mental, I need to buy an expensive drum set. This is self-care. This is medicine. My doctor prescribed me a brand new Roland TD 17 second generation. And he's a professional. He insists. It's right here on the card. It's in my chart. Are you able to coordinate your feet with your hands like if you were using a full drum set, keeping rhythm? Not really. When I'm sitting there on the set itself, it's a little bit easier, but I definitely recognize that like there's a humongous difference between just tapping out rhythms and like, you know, utilizing the entire set. And I'm not good at utilizing the entire set, especially like between the kick and anything else. That's hard. Like with the foot, I don't drum with my foot that much. Not that precisely, at least. So that's definitely going to be a challenge, but I'm like super excited to tackle that challenge. You know, I'm not feeling too intimidated about it anymore. I'm like really excited. And I've got my practice pad and I'll even like set up a couple of, I'll put a pillow there. I really want that feeling of like actually drumming on a few different, even if there's just a difference between like the tom noise and the snare and all, you know, my leg. I just, you know, I want that like that difference in sound. Cause it's just so, oh, it's so fun. And like when I actually get into a groove and I feel like I'm following along, it feels great. Loma Trade. Hey there, Arlo, what's up? Not much. Really not much, honestly. We're just chilling. This is literally just hanging out, looking at birds, and talking about drums. Previously, like Muppets and stuff. Is that a fungus? Is that like mushroom growing on that log? That's cool. What is that? Because there's like the mossy stuff, and then like, I think that's a fungus. Wow, look at that, that's cool. We're not gonna get into mushroom talk. That is too fascinating. Oh, I've got a great park. I've got a great park I go to, and it's real wet here. So many cool mushrooms. Really fantastic. You can see just like so many different like species in one walk. Leaf. Arlo, the DKC Jungle Groove beat is drum therapy. You know, I played an okay amount of Donkey Konga when I worked at Game Crazy. And, you know, it was my job to mess around with the video games that got traded in instead of like doing work. Played a good amount of Donkey Konga. No, I've not heard of the album Donuts by Jay Dilla. Who's your favorite drummer or favorite drum sounds from an album? I really couldn't tell you. I mean, that's a big question. I've been super into King Gizzard. like this last like year. I basically probably become like my, whoa, yeah, big animal. What was that? Oh, some kind of dire wolf. Terrifying. No, yeah, super into King Gizzard. So, like, a lot of really good drumming there. Absolutely. Polygon Dwanaland, you know, all the polyrhythms. Like, I can't play them, but heck, I love listening to them. Yeah, I've never really had, like, favorite drummers or favorite drumming in music. Drumming has always just kind of been, like, a part of the music. However, no, Cab's amazing from Gizzard. I watched some live performances, and man, oh, he's incredible. And you know what, I will listen to the album Donuts by Jay Dilla. I'm gonna do that. Recently, just like since awakening to my love of drums, possibly temporary awakening, we'll see. I've been listening to Yippa, YPPAH. It's just kind of like, it's just similar to the music I've been listening to recently. Been listening to a lot of like Square Pusher, just kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. It's just kind of like, it's jazzy, kind of electronic, kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know what the genre is. But like the previous like day, I kind of discovered Yippa and started like listening on purpose. And so that's kind of almost exclusively what I've been listening to, is just the beats and just drumming along, and I'll just put on an album and just drum along to the entire thing. It's super fun. Really, really good stuff. Yippa. YPPAH. Good stuff. And it's funny about a lot of these like artists, like my musical tastes have just been kind of changing over like the last year. I'm kind of like, I know it's weird. My brain has been changing a lot. And as my brain changes, my musical tastes kind of change. I don't know. I'm just kind of into different stuff. And so like, yeah, there's like a certain like brand of like, yeah, kind of sort of electronic, kind of jazzy stuff, specifically where the act has been going for decades and I've never heard of them before. Like, it's like every time I discover one and I go, hey, this guy's really cool. Oh yeah, he's been doing it since like 2001. You know, like they even Yippa, like it goes back like 15 plus years. Oh, this album's from 2006. Like, I don't know. It's just funny. There's like a lot of this kind of music, and that I just like, where has this been? Like, who was like publishing music like this back before the internet, where you could just kind of make any music and throw it out there? You had to have like a real label. Who was doing this? It's awesome. Loma Trade. I have a hot take for you, by the way. Lay it on me. Navi is worse than Fi to me, IMHO, because whilst Fi may be annoying on repeated playthroughs, Navi is worse completion with interrupting every side quest 5 minutes. I can appreciate the opinion, and I don't feel the same way, but like I get it, you know. I'm not going to say Fi is objectively worse. I find Fi a lot worse. It just seems like the amount is just greater. Navi is pretty annoying, though. They're both pretty annoying. It was funny to hear, like, that interview where, like, even Miyamoto was like, yeah, yeah. I think he was less, he regretted it less, I think, because of how annoying it was, and more just how awkward of a solution it was. It was just a very, like, clumsy way to try to guide the player, and I think he recognized that. It wasn't very intuitive. Which is funny that he would think that, and then later we would get Fi. I don't really get it. I do not get it, but oh well. Glitchy guy. Hi Arlo, love your content. Which Pikmin game would you recommend for my first time getting into the series? First of all, I love you. And second of all, I don't usually, I get asked this question a lot, and I don't usually have like a very good answer. I think my answer is usually any Pikmin game is a good first Pikmin game, except 2. There you go. Just not 2. 2 is 1 on crazy mode. 2 is Dark Souls. 2 is the closest like Nintendo has ever gotten to Dark Souls, and I'm not kidding. It really is. It's just like it is. You'd call it player antagonistic design, which is becoming a big thing right now. You know, it's becoming that thing where it's like, you know what? Like, put some pressure on the player. Be a little mean to the player. We're starting to like that. It's a level of challenge where it's like it feels like unfair. But that's why when you do it, you feel great. so don't start with 2. But like 4 is the most approachable, streamlined. 3 was the most approachable and streamlined up to that point and is still a perfectly fine starting point. And then 1 is definitely clumsy and kind of archaic. You know, it's the first one. It is the least streamlined, but it's also really short, and it still is a very just like pure Pikmin experience, you know? And it's, you know, cheaper. Hey, it's a dove. Or a pigeon. Is that a straight up pigeon? Get out of here. Normie birds. We want wild birds. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. That was mean. All birds are welcome. Goodbye, kinsman. Nope, put it away. Put the drum pad away. Not doing that. Putting the drumsticks over there. Gondwanaland. Polygon Dwanaland. I'm crazy about it. It's an album by King Gizzard. It's I don't know. It's kind of my thing right now. It's just like that's kind of my favorite album at the moment. And that song has been rolling through my head. Yeah, this is the state of play. This is a very long trailer for Ghost of Yote. I haven't really listened to Infest the Rat's Nest. I am not a metal fan. So, like, that's one element of King Gizzard I've not really gotten into. Just not really into that kind of music. It's, like, good. If I was going to listen to metal, I would listen to Gizzard metal. But, like, I don't know. It's fun live. I've seen them live a few times. And the songs are fun. But then I grow a little tired of them. I don't know. I don't know if I've listened to every album yet. I've come pretty darn close, I think. But like it was amazing. For anyone who doesn't know, King Gizzard, they put out albums really, really fast. They put out like a lot. Like there've been like 1 or 2 years when they've put out like 3 albums in a year. And you would think that would mean low quality. I would assume that can't be good. It literally just cannot be good. You can't release multiple albums in 1 year, year after year after year, and have them be good. And yet it is the best music. It's just like discovering King Gizzard was like I would just like, oh, hey, this album is really good. And I would just like listen to it a bunch. And then like, I don't know, I'm going to randomly pick this other one and just kind of listen to that and be like, okay, well, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay. So like, I would just like slowly bring in new albums, and like 2 out of 3 times I would end up just being like, okay, well, this is the best thing I've ever heard. It's crazy. Like Polygon Dwanaland, I like casually put it on. I was at the park and I just kind of like put it on my earbuds while I'm doing something else. I'm like with other people. And I'm just like, hey, this is really good. This is like really, wow, okay. This is like really good. And then it's always great finding new music. It's fun. Like it's fun to hear something and immediately recognize that you like it, but it's also fun when it grows on you. And you just kind of like get this little inkling like, hey, I think I really liked that. And then like every time you listen, you just like discover another depth of how much you love it, you know? I'm on like listen number 10 of Polygon Dwanaland. I'm on the 10th level of being like, this is the best thing I've ever listened to. It just gets better. You got to see King Gizzard on Halloween. Come on, that's incredible. I do listen to Infected Mushroom. I was just listening today. I saw that they had a new album out last year. And I was trying to listen to it, but my stupid Google network home thing is being a jerk and making it hard to play music. But yeah, I was listening to, what's the name of the song? I can't remember. It's like a 10-minute long song. It's really good. No, Infected Mushroom's amazing. Like they're one of the best electronic acts out there. I might even say the best. Obviously, I'm not, the best anything is a sort of a silly thing to claim. Haven't even heard them all, but like I don't feel like any other electronic act is as unique while also being very just diverse and creative, and they have their own sound you can identify, but it doesn't make their music sound samey. It's just, no, Infected Mushroom is just incredible. Spike Stuff, what is up, my wonderful friend? I love Spike. Big Spike stan. Hello, Arlo. I love you. I love you. And appreciate everything you do. I appreciate everything you do. What is your favorite branch of math? Mine is calculus, all the way. I have bad news for you. It's a lovely comment. I kind of hate math. I do not like math. I don't know. I have like really strong interests in a lot of things. Math, I just can't see the use for myself. I'm really thankful that other people like math, because math is really, really, really important in a lot of other areas, but not in any of the areas that I am interested in. So to me, it's just gobbledygook. It's nonsense. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not anything I ever want to even touch. Which is funny, because I think I have a pretty mathy brain. Like I think I could have a knack for it. Not like a genius or anything. I just, different brains function well with different things. And usually when your brain is built for a thing, you like it. I think my brain is built okay. Like I can do math all right when I want to. I mean, I don't like know math. I could, if you show me an equation, I won't know how to do it. I just mean like, I don't know. The few times I've had to like take a college course and be like, okay, I need to buckle up and make this happen. I think I'm pretty okay at it. I just really don't like it. I really don't like to do it. And the second the class is done, I just like ditch it. My brain just pushes it all out of my head. However, I will answer your question and say that between all of the different kinds of math, geometry was better. When it was like geometry, algebra, geometry is way more spatial. It's way more visual. The idea of like, a number of degrees, like I can visualize that well. So I guess it was a lot more enjoyable and practical, like actually measuring areas and angles and things. That's something that I'm actually more likely to apply to real life. There have even been a couple times in my life where I'm like, oh, like I get how that works because I get how angles work. Algebra though, no. Yeah. Bye, Pokey. Love you. Good question though. I don't even know what calculus is. I couldn't even tell you. That was always like the one when, like in a kid's show, when it's like calculus, it's like the one that's just impossibly complex. What's up, Patch? Pushmo series, thoughts? I would love a release of the games on Switch. Where is Pushmo? That's my question. Where on earth is Pushmo? I do not know. I played the first one on 3DS. I thought it was fun. It's not like super my thing, but like, I liked it. It's good. Where is it? Why did we get like a bunch of Pushmo games and then they stopped forever? Where is like the singular Pushmo game on Switch? Even if it's just a remaster of the first one. Confusing. Very confusing. So good at rambling interestingly. I hope so. Thank you. Bed mass is easier to remember. Like when you wake up in the morning and you have a new bed. Bedmas. What shade of blue is Arlo's fur? Looks really bright in videos, but quite dark and royal blue in some photos. You know, I couldn't tell you the precise shade of blue. I'm also not very good at color. I don't have an eye for color. It is very hard to light. I was kind of cursed with very, very rich. It's beautiful in person, beautiful in sunlight, I will say. But it is a little hard to light. I have to put a lot of light on it to kind of light it up. And if it's not like perfectly lit up, it is very dark. It does not reflect the light very well. Yeah, colorblind. Deuteran something. Did Intelligence Systems do those games? They were cooking so hard with Crash Mo. Did they really? Man, they're good. They're good at what they do. Want to make an Arlo replica, and the fur I got was pretty dark. Want to make a full body tabletop style one. Whoa. Yeah, no, it's a little hard to work with. And like if I light it too much, then my eyes are like super bright. You know, I'll just raise the brightness and the contrast, and you got like laser beam eyes. Math really only gets interesting in late high school, and even then it's super memorization based. I only realized I liked math in college when it became less about regurgitation and more puzzly. It is true it's puzzly. And maybe that's why I feel like I have a brain that could be tuned to math if I were more interested in it practically. It is true that it's kind of puzzly. And I can appreciate that element. Yeah, in college, I did fine in college. I only got 1 D and had to retake a class, and that was Algebra 2. And it's because I did not... I'm surprised I got a D. I remember just, like, not doing anything. I was so disinterested. I just, like, could not. And the problem with a math class is, like, you have to keep up. The second you don't know the thing that he taught yesterday, well, the thing that he's teaching today means nothing. I don't think I learned anything. I don't know how I got a D, honestly. And he didn't require any homework. It was just the tests. And I guess I did well enough in the tests. But I did not do the homework. He gave, like, optional homework. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. I'm doing Algebra 2 in community college, and you're giving me optional homework. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go home and do that right now. But yeah. And I got a D, and so that's the problem. It wasn't an F. I didn't fail, but it's still, you have to get at least a C for it to, like, count as credit, I guess, which is like, why do you even have Ds? So that was when, okay, I got to retake it. And then I got another really easy teacher. He was super cool. He gave so much extra credit. It just, like, it was easy as heck to get a perfect A. So much extra credit. I don't think he counted it up. I love community college. If any of you are young and trying to figure out what to do, don't go to a 4-year university. You will acquire so much debt. Start with a community college. It's cheap, and you can get like half of your schooling done. You can get all of the basic education, get it all out of the way, and then go to a more expensive university. That's what I did. I didn't do the follow-up university part. I just did the community college and then didn't do anything with my degree, but I don't regret it. It was a great experience. You make a lot of friends. But yeah, that's the great thing about community college, though, is like these teachers, they just like, they're chill. Let's just say a lot of them are real chill. And this guy, I don't think he added up. It's like this 75-year-old guy. I don't think he added up how much extra credit he was giving. I feel like you're supposed to give like a certain amount, you know, like you take the total number of credit that is represented in like the tests or the homework or whatever, and then like, okay, I'm gonna allow for like 10% more. This guy did not. If you guys want, I don't know, like 1,000 points of extra credit, do this equation, and you just like do it, and it was amazing. But I also like buckled down and went, okay, I actually need to learn this. I actually need to pass this class, and I did. When I focus on it and I try, I can do well. I just hate trying. I hate math. I don't like math, and then I take the final, and then that was all the math just leaving my body. Just erupting from my skin and scattering into the universe, never to be seen again. Every piece of knowledge. Maximum should be 103% of the final grade. Wow, yeah, no, this guy, I think he probably gave us like 50%. like you could probably just do the extra credit and still pass. It was crazy. It was like the laziest stuff too. It was just like, oh, could you prove to me that this kind of thing is a thing? And then like, I don't know if he knew that the internet existed. He might have forgot. Yeah. No, it was rad. No, okay, you want to talk about cool teachers. I had a, that was it. It was small groups communication. That was the name of the class. So essentially just like talking to people, working in small groups. It's just like a communications class. And I think the idea is like, what I'm thinking is like, okay, problem solving. You know, you break up into groups and you like do like activities. Like in grade school, you know, we would have like group facilitator and group this and that, and we would like do a thing. And that's what I would expect. And I think we did that a couple times. Like, I know there was at least one singular occasion when he gave us like a logic puzzle to solve, like a Layton style, like, oh, if, you know, this person is sitting next to that person and this person never lies and this person says this guy lies, you know, that kind of thing. I love those puzzles, by the way. When you don't get it, they're like, they seem impossible, and then you get the logic behind it, and it's super fun. I think we did that like once. You know what this guy did most of the rest of the time? He made us watch movies. Movies. And like, usually if you're taking a class, if you're watching a movie, it's like a treat, you know, especially like in, you know, again, in grade school. Oh, we're watching a movie today. And maybe it's vaguely related to what we're learning, but it's still like a treat. It's still like, we're not really learning by watching this, you know? Not really. This guy, I've probably told this story before. Apologies if I have. People have heard it, but you know how many movies this guy made us watch in the course of this? Guess, chat. Guess how many movies we watched. Full-length movies. And here's and I'll tell you right now, these movies, we didn't like, okay, again, so even if you are doing it academically, you're still gonna like watch the movie and like discuss it. You know, like I had a psychology teacher. He was amazing, and we watched like half of Sideways. But then we like broke down the psychology of the characters. And we did that like once. You know, we did it like once. But we didn't do that. He would like, we would watch the movie and it would take up like all of the period. And then like, it was like a Tuesday, Thursday class. And I'd come back on Thursday and we would like have like a brief discussion about something and then like finish the movie. And then he would like talk about it for like a few minutes, maybe like 5 minutes. He would just kind of like discuss, you know, people in that movie were really in a small group and they were communicating, right? They were all like vaguely communication related. More on that in a second. But like, sometimes we would finish the period and finish the movie, and he wouldn't even have time to talk about it, and we would just come back on Tuesday and just start a new thing. He did not successfully integrate these movies. It was just us watching movies. I'm looking at the guesses. 22 is a little high. 5, 7, 4, 8, 5, 50. Not quite. 17, 200, 3, 2. It was 9. In one semester. So, like, I don't know. How many weeks are in a semester? That was like an average of like 6 movies a week or something. It was 9 different movies. And like, yes, they all like vaguely had communication themes, but we watched like, okay, Armageddon. Armageddon. That's one of them. Because, you know, it's a small group working on a problem together. We watched Glory with Matthew Broderick. We watched Frequency, which is about communication through a magical radio. We watched An Inconvenient Truth, which is literally just because he wanted us to watch An Inconvenient Truth and be concerned about climate change. He just wanted us to. What else did we watch? My class analyzing melodrama in film is 4 movies. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. It was 9 movies. 12 weeks? Is that a semester? Yeah, 12 weeks with 9 movies. Most of them probably 2 hours long. 12 Angry Men, the remake, still really good. I really enjoyed it. I need to see the original. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was great. Community college is amazing. It's so good. Hunter. Arlo, I would start frothing at the mouth if you blessed us with some new Muppets related video. I know. I will, I promise. You will be frothing at the mouth. I'm probably going to talk about the Sesame Street thing probably pretty soon. One of these days I'll get around to like talking about the old movies or something. It'll happen. It's literally inevitable. Don't you worry. Yeah. Trying to think of what else we watched in that class. Yeah, 12 Angry Men. Yeah, even the remake is really like 90s remake or something. I didn't even know that it was a remake at the time, but it was still really good. So like I'm sure the original is like really, really good. No, it was funny. Those were my best teachers. Those were the teachers that really just did not care. I had a lot of cool teachers. Community college was cool. It was real chill. It was like never too hard, you know? I'm sure if I went to like a university, it'd be different. This was all like general education stuff. Actually, a lot of it was like clearly designed for people straight out of high school. And I was actually kind of annoyed because like I would have teachers. I had like a psychology teacher and she was super sweet. Like I loved her, but she like, here's the thing. I'm actually interested in psychology. Like I actually really like psychology. And so that was like one area where I was actually like really excited to learn, like actually learn. And then I got this teacher and she treated it like, yeah. So like general education, you're expected to come out of high school and like go, I mean, like you're a literal child, like you're a literal child in high school. And then a 3-month summer goes by and now you're in community college. You're still basically a child. And so she really treated it that way. Like, and there were some teenagers in there, very fresh. And she was cool with them, but like, oh man, she really, I don't know, nerfed the material. Like she just I even have like a little thing scribbled in an old journal I found. And it was like, help me it's week 9 of my psychology class, and we're still, or it couldn't have been week 9. That would have been, it was like, it was several weeks in, and we were still talking about the basics, the absolute basics of classical conditioning. Like one of the most just simple, fundamental, it's very important. It's very interesting, but like she would never move past it. The curriculum was just like half classical conditioning. And I'm like, can we talk about something else? But like, no, she treated that class like it was straight out of high school. And I'm like, come on, this is my second semester. Like, this is my third semester. I'm 19 years old. You need to bring the material up to my level. Oh, no, it was fun though. She was sweet. We watched Crash. Speaking of watching movies in class, she had us watch Crash. Again, probably just to do it. It was a funny movie. Yeah, community college was good. I'm in community college and having a great time. Nice. That's great. Have fun. Do community college. It's so good. It's really good. How do you take your thumbnail photos? Do you just have like photo shoot days where you take a bunch of pictures? I have done that a few times. And honestly, I am still like using from those PNGs. I very rarely take I need to take new ones, but I just like the lighting condition was so good and I haven't been able to replicate it. And I don't know why. Don't know why. So I've just been using like the same ones for a really long time. Where's the doggy? Yeah. If anyone's thinking about community college, do it. They paid me to go. That's the cool thing. Like you go to a university and it'll be like, that'll be $1 million, please. Go to a JC. They paid me. I like just signed up for financial aid. They just like gave it to me. So like I worked a part-time job and I went to school part-time. I got paid by my job and by my school. And then it wasn't until like either my last semester or my last year when I realized I could have been getting free textbooks too. I didn't even know. Everything free. It was amazing. This is an incredibly important question. Crash 2004 or Crash 1996? Crash 2004. Don't worry. It was a largely appropriate film to show a class full of high school kids. Yeah, getting paid from college. My scholarships are more than my tuition. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's the other thing. They paid me to go to college, even though going to college was free. I didn't even understand that. I guess they expected me to like not also have a part-time job, but like I had Tuesday, Thursday classes. That's the thing. I would have friends. They were suckers. They wouldn't like, you gotta work your schedule. You gotta work it down to just a few days. You gotta like pick the right classes, and it's hard to do it. But like, you really want to be going to classes every day of the week. You want to drive all the way to the college for a 10 to 11:30 once, and then like that's your day. Nah, for the first like 2 years, I was able to cleanly put it into Tuesday, Thursday. And then I started slipping into Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then I got to just like work on the other days. No, financial aid was weird. I don't even know if it works that way anymore. Probably not. Nothing is free anymore, but like, just like, I don't know, you might as well sign up. Hey, can I get the BOG waiver? Can I just not pay for classes? Yeah, okay. Oh, so all this is free? Yeah, it's literally just free. Okay. Can I get financial aid to help me not pay for college? Yeah, okay. Okay. How about my textbooks? You know, I got to pay for those. Yeah, those are free. Yeah, fine. Free. Yeah, made money off of it. That was a good time because I was just like, you know, now I'm a grown up and I got all these responsibilities and stuff. But at the time, I'm just like renting a place, sharing with a bunch of people, very little in the way of actual expenses. And this is just gravy. You know, I'm just like, I'm just gonna buy magic cards. I'm just playing Magic, working at a game store, just buying games. It was fun. Oh, it was fun. Me Melon. Besides Breath of the Wild and Wonder, what are your favorite reviews? I really like any of the longer ones. I really like the long and critical review of Origami King. I feel like I really said everything I wanted to say. And it is long and it was a very big project, and so I liked it. And I know it's a largely, you know, negative review. If you want to talk about positive ones, I don't know what my favorite reviews are. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Most of the time I made it and I put it out there and I haven't like seen it since, so I couldn't even tell you. I do like the Wonder review though. I really enjoyed that. On the topic of school, what was your most memorable year? I guess I didn't really have like one year. I went to junior college for like 3 years. Probably could have done it in 2 if I was like a little bit more tight about my scheduling, but you know, it ended up being like 3 or something. I don't know. It was all great. Made a ton of friends, made a ton of connections. Just like was young and hung out. Like that's really why. That's why you do it. You just, it's to have experiences. It's to get out of the house. It's just to see people. It was perfect. There was the music building, and there was like a different part of the building, and they used to not be connected, but then they clearly like built a little like connector, like a little like hallway with doors on the ends. They kind of built it around it to make it like a room. And in that room, might have actually convinced me to go to a community college. Do it. Do it. It's so worth it. If you can do it financially, like there's no better way to just get out there, start doing things, start experiencing things, start meeting people. It's just something to do, you know, even if you don't use the degree. But yeah, there was that room, and it was right outside the music room, the music building. And there was this giant table, like the biggest, thickest table you have ever seen. And like it was so big, you just sit on it. And so like we became like the table crew, you know, like we just hang out at the table. I feel like me and my friends kind of started it. And then like, I don't know. And then like, it's just like a rotating cast of characters, you know, just like these people that you meet in college. You're like, oh, I have a class with that guy. Or like, they just come and go, you know. It was really cool. It just felt like a real little community. Like, you know, I'm not still in contact with most of those like acquaintances, but it was still just, it was really fun at the time to have so many acquaintances, to have so many people, and to any time between classes, if you had time, you'd go hang out at the table. So there was just always someone there, you know, or like if there was no one there, you'd sit and someone would show up. And it was just so fun, you know, and there were a lot of friends that I made there, and now like we've all gone our separate ways and we all live in different cities and we barely see each other, but like it was really nice just having that time when we just got to see each other a lot. And it was funny because then I finished college and I heard from some of the people left over, like, yeah, table crew has kind of become a thing. And now there's like way too many people, and it's becoming a problem because then they're becoming like too loud and they're disrupting the classes. And, and it was really, really fitting because my final semester was not a full semester. It was just that because I had to retake Algebra 2, it kind of knocked that off of the whole schedule. So I reached a point where, oh, I need to take statistics. And it's literally the only thing I have left. So I did it online so I wouldn't have to go into the college. But then I had to go in to take the test. Like, for whatever reason, it was an online class, but you had to come in to take the final on the computer there. And so I did. And so it was like the last time I went to the college. And I did the test, and it was my last class, and I had my associate's degree. And I was kind of like, I think I'm going to walk by the table one last time, you know? I'm going to go check. I'm going to go that way to get to the parking lot. And I walked in. It's gone. Big, giant, empty space where the table used to be. They even cleared out the boxes. There were like, under the table, there were like boxes of envelopes that looked like they had been sitting there for 30 years. The paper was literally yellowed, and the adhesive on it was like stinky, and like we're like, don't lick that. It was weird. I don't know, but like even just the whole thing was gone. So it was very poignant, you know. It was a very like, you know, credit song starts to play while you slowly walk out to the parking lot. That chapter of your life closed. The table, they got fed up with the table crew, and they just got rid of it. I don't know how they got it out of there. They probably had to saw it in half. It was so huge. But no, yeah. It was a good time. It was a really good time in my life. I could probably tell stories from that time all day. But I won't. I gotta go soon. It was really good. It was really fun. Go to college. Just do it. Cheaply. Don't spend a bunch of money on it if you can help it. I know sometimes you have to. I know sometimes you have to have the piece of paper, and it has to be from a good college, and you have to spend $1 million, but I don't know. For me, I didn't even use the piece of paper. I just went to the college. Because I thought I might. I originally wanted to go to film school. Boy, where would my life have gone if I had gone to film school? Probably cool places, but I'm in a cool place now, so doesn't matter. And an ad, because I'm not logged in. Well, this has been a lot of fun. This has been a really fun stream. Just chilling. You can tell I've just had the itch to... Ooh, sandwich. That doesn't look good, though. You got to make it look good. That does not look good. Yeah, you can tell I've been kind of jonesing to just hang out on stream. It's been a lot of fun. I've been needing this. Every film student becomes a YouTuber instead. Exactly. Probably still the same outcome. Yeah, probably. Is YouTube Premium worth it? As a YouTuber, yes. It pays out really well to creators. But it's hard for me to justify any subscription service. If I wasn't living in a household with a bunch of other people, maybe not. But the fact that you get... I mean, it's not even just about the ads. It's the music. I don't have Spotify. So, like, YouTube Premium is where I get my music. It's just the fact that I have unlimited... Like, I guess that is worth it for me. Even if I don't like spending $20 whatever a month. I'm so into music right now, and I'm so into just discovering new music that I guess it's kind of invaluable to just be able to be like, oh, who's that? I'm going to go, like, just listen to all their albums right now and not worry about ads or whatever, you know, like... So yeah, I guess I think it's worth it. And then I get the ad free on top of that. But mainly the music. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I mean, I remember being a kid, being a teenager, and being like, I can burn whatever song I want to this CD. I can have like whatever, like 15 songs I possibly want. And I can listen to it on my Discman. Like, that was incredible. And then, like, oh my God, MP3s? Mind-blowing. Getting an iPod? Crazy. So now the fact that at any time, anywhere, no matter where I am, I'm glad I'm the age that I am. And that I got to experience before the smartphones. Because, like, yeah, literally all music that's ever been created, it's like, is all right there on YouTube Music. and I can listen to it anywhere, anytime I want. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Give me an album recommendation. That's hard. What would I say? I've been listening to so much music recently. Hold on. Let me get my phone. I mean, there's so many. I don't know precisely what kind of music you're into, but I'm just going to take a stab. What's something a little more approachable? I don't know. I've been really into Locust Toy Box, who I only just learned is the Salad Fingers person. Didn't know that. I started listening to Locust Toy Box, and then I look it up. Yeah, it's the Salad Fingers guy. It's just like, it's such good music. It's incredible. But I'm going to give you a Yippa recommendation. I'm going to recommend You Are Beautiful at All Times by Yippa, which is YPPAH. You Are Beautiful at All Times. That is your recommendation for today. Put my gloves back on. I've not played any Helldivers 2. Not my kind of game. Well, everybody. Had a great time. Been real chill. Yeah, how about that state of play, huh? How about that state of play? Yep. Well. Do you have other channels like yours you'd recommend, not just about gaming, but relaxed, nice, wholesome content? I don't know. I don't watch enough YouTube. There's a lot of wholesome stuff. I really like homesteading stuff. You know, people who are like, I'm going to make a giant strawberry pie with nothing but old tools. Or, you know, I'm going to build this shed. Just that kind of, like, there's like no talking or anything. I love that stuff. Wholesome and chill. Yeah, I don't know. I mostly just do music. Just been listening to a heck of a lot of music. I should stream more often. I agree. I agree, Tristan. Thank you. Nice, gentle content. Yeah, I want to make more of it. I actually have some plans for new kinds of content that some ideas, stuff I'd like to do. There is a great need for just nice, chill stuff. Sometimes I'll just put on music and then just have like something like this, just some like visualizer thing. League of Pigs. I think I already recommended that on Arlo Recommends, but man, League of Pigs. There's a YouTube channel. It's not chill. It's real exciting, but it's really it's very wholesome. It's pig racing. It's incredible. I have a 1 pound pack of ground beef. And I'm going to make that for dinner, and I don't know yet what I'm going to make. Probably spaghetti or something. Probably spaghetti. What do y'all think I should make? I got a 1 pound pack of ground beef. It's not quite enough for like a really beef heavy thing, like burgers or something. Won't be quite enough per person. But, tacos isn't bad. I don't know if I have the other stuff. It does sound kind of good, though. Maybe I could get enough of the stuff, you know? Spaghetti tacos. Like, make spaghetti with the taco seasoning and put it in shells. I can't see any fault with that idea. I really can't. It does sound pretty. It's pretty carb heavy, I will say. The shell plus the noodles. But no, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. The Dorito shells. I don't have any of those, but I do have cheese powder. I could dust the shells with. Breakfast for dinner. It's a little harder right now. Eggs. The whole eggs thing. It's eggs are a little hard to come by. I kind of have to ration them. Which is hard as a big omelet enjoyer. Not being able to just pig out on a giant omelet every single morning. It's been hard. Every time I'm like, I haven't had an omelet in 3 weeks. And someone's like, it's been 2 days. We had an omelet on Sunday. Feels like 3 weeks. Feels like 5 weeks. Feels like more weeks just since the last time I said how many weeks. I don't think I have any potatoes. You know, Sloppy Joes. That's something that I experimented with a couple times. And it turned out pretty good. You know what I've been doing? You know what I might do is burger casserole. I call it burger casserole. I guess I don't even know how burgery it is or how close it is to an actual recipe. It's just something. I mean, I'm sure it's similar to a thing that exists, but I just kind of... I'm calling it burger casserole. I'll do like any kind of meat. I actually do ground turkey sometimes, but I'll do beef. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Beef, maybe throw like an onion in there. Just cook it up. Like tomato sauce, tomato paste, that kind of thing. Maybe, garlic, maybe a little Worcestershire in there. And then, maybe even like carrots or something. Oh, like peas and corn. At least peas. Or if I don't have peas, I'll just do beans. Like I could just throw in like just like a can of kidney beans or something. And then cook up a bunch of noodles and just like mix it all in. So you just got this kind of tomatoey, burgery noodle stuff, and it makes a giant pot so you can just like have it for days. That's pretty good. I might just do that because that's something I could just start making right now. For omelets, add water or cottage cheese and blend it. It'll really stretch out 2 eggs. Becomes very fluffy, so a little hard to flip, but you could bake it instead, perhaps. That is good advice. I take it a little simpler. I just add, I'll do like half and half. I'll just add it to the eggs, and I still just whip it like with hand. But it still does like make it very just like creamy and melty and puffy, and it really extends the eggs. Cottage cheese, though, that's fascinating. I keep seeing recipes with cottage cheese. I'm like, I've never experimented with cottage cheese. I kind of need to. I'm seeing that there could be some applications here. Worcestershire sounded like Worcestershire. Worcestershire? Why would they name it that? Why would they do that? It's so delicious. Put us through so much. To say it. Cream cheese mashed potatoes. Oh yeah, I've done evil things to mashed potatoes. I've put in amounts of butters and cream cheeses you wouldn't believe. Garlic, always the garlic. Love it. Just got a new big bag of peeled garlic from Costco. Something with garlic. That's gonna happen. I just say it's a perfect stream for me. Birding, drumming, music, and no discussion of Sony. Couldn't ask for anything better. Yeah, there was a Sony part in the beginning. And then we kind of just moved past it, I guess. Yeah. No, I've certainly had fun. Oh, it's 5. Yeah, I gotta go. I had a friend whose last name sounded a lot like Worcestershire. You are all lovely. I do hope you've had a good time. I know I'm not having epic gamer moments, but hopefully it still works. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. There's a lot of ways to say it. I guess like the Shire thing, whenever like in the UK, anything that's shy, it's like sure. They just say sh. Wish. Yeah. You are lovely. Have a lovely day. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you forget that you are lovely, look in the mirror and scream, I am lovely, at the top of your lungs. Do it for me. Scream. Arlo says I am lovely. Only if you do it. I do. Every morning. Morning, noon, and night. Positive self-talk is important. All right. You don't have to scream it. But you are lovely, though. Please remember. Sounds like a cameo request. Have a wonderful day.